Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Boxingvoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
You don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me, so talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
Boxingvoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
Good morning, good morning. I will come with that good morning, TV. But my office is too close to the master bedroom. Wifey sleep. We working though, man. I've been up all morning. It's been a great morning already. Sunday morning, 9 a.m. We rocking out. It's the Sunday morning afterthoughts, man. What's going on after we digested this fight? After it's sunk in a little bit for us. Where exactly is Mr. Ryan Garcia at? Because Ryan Garcia stops Luke Campbell in the 7th round and calls out Gervonta Tank Davis. This is your morning afterthought show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad you're rocking out with us. Doomy, what's up, my friend? Good to see you up, man. Good to see you up over there, like up and at it too. Like you're not like, yo, like you. What's up? What time you got up? You looking like you went for a run or something.
Nah, feeling refreshed this morning, man, and excited about the fight and to talk about it because I'm just I got a lot to say, man. Good morning, Francis. What's up, champ? What's the best part of your day?
The best part of waking up.
You already know it's TBV in that cup, man. You already know what the deal is. But yo, what up to everybody out there, man? Thank you to my Lotus here for another one, man. Another one being here with y'all talking boxing. Sensational event yesterday. And yeah, man, a lot to unpack, a lot to digest. Ryan Garcia, man, he's on the minds of everybody this morning.
Yeah, so what you let's talk
right,
about what happened.
Right away, let's delegate some duties. Doomy, it'll be your job to remember that there are questions for Mauricio Sulaiman on memberships, because I've been putting a post on our memberships page, but I've been forgetting that they're there, and some of the questions have been going unasked. That being said, for anybody just tuning in, we will be having Mauricio Sulaiman on this morning in about 20 minutes, talk some boxing with us. Yeah, and I just want to go back to saying how good of a morning it was, man. People, I don't know. I'm up early, man. I'm up early. And I had some good conversations with a UK distributor for some TBV shorts for Border Wars. I mean, it's really nice, too. And I can't wait to show you guys. I'm actually going to put it in the pre-pro now just so you can have your eyes on it and kind of get a...
That's what's up, man. That's good news. And just for all the community right now, just so you guys don't know, well, if you don't know, now you know, and if you already knew, I guess I'm repeating it. But the Mauricio Sulaiman Ask a Question on YouTube is on the community page. So if you're a new member and you're maybe having a little bit of trouble finding where these questionnaire is, where you can go and ask Mauricio Sulaiman a question, is a post. The skip, he's posted it. It says, ask Mauricio Sulaiman a question. And that is on the community tab. So if you're on the Boxing Voice channel, you just go up there, you see home, videos, playlists, and then community. And obviously you see membership store and everything else. So just click on that community tab and you will be on there to ask the question. Ask a question. We got Mauricio Sulaiman on today, WBC president. excited to talk to him too, because I actually saw him hitting pads and like getting a nice workout in. So, you know, I wonder if it's something that he just does, or maybe he wants to get in there and swing. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shout out to Derek London on the super chat that says, "OMG, Doomy is up. Is it going to 90 outside in NJ?"
I wish, man. We're still at like negative. No, we're like 35 right now. 30. I have no idea, but it's freezing out there.
Yo, for me, it's like clockwork, man. The body gets up. I'm ready to rock and roll. I was on the phone with Mickey Caparelli in Australia. He's the one that recorded our 2018 Border Wars. I'm trying to lock him in for this season, see if we could get him in down here. But, you know, Australia's still not 100% open to fly out. But, yeah, man, just so much. Did you guys see the shorts I put there for you?
On the pre-pro?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so it'll be like those. That's what is that called? Oh my God, it's snowing. See, this is why I need to leave, man. I gotta read the wording for it, but that's the new way to do shorts and clothing where the logo is digitized onto the garment versus, you know,
patches and shit.
Exactly.
All these patches falling off. I mean, plenty of times you've seen it.
So I think this is dope, and obviously it'll be our logo. I sent our logo. It'll be our colors. It's gonna be designed for us. And
are these the exact shorts?
Yes,
I
want
the model type.
I want those exact shorts.
I kind of like them.
Yeah, no, because it's simple, but there's room for customization, if any.
Yeah. I like the fact that it has the cuts on the side. I mean, plenty of shorts have them, but I like the curvature on the cut.
I mean, you don't have to have the cut. That's you know, it's up to you. But I think
the cut to me, right? Usually, you know, well, on the Instagram they have it there with you know, with the you know, side cuts for those head kicks. So when you're in MMA, you know, and you raise your leg to maybe check a kick, you need that, you know, you don't want your leg to be freaking getting in the way of you raising it up. So it's pretty dope. But in boxing, particular to boxing, I like it because, you know, when you get into a wider stance, you never want to be restricted by your shorts. And
yeah, you always see fighters pulling out their shorts when they're trying to go wider with the gloves, and it doesn't usually work.
You know,
it's uncomfortable.
It's funny. It's funny because now that I'm talking to manufacturers, I spoke to a very popular one. Like I told you, I had the conversation with the guy that makes Bud's outfits, and he always recommends, and when you buy your shorts from him, he sends you double-sided tape to put onto your cup so it doesn't ride up. That's just what they recommend. He sends you 3M double-sided tape. But listen, man, let's talk about it. It's the morning afterthoughts. Ryan Garcia stops Luke Campbell in the 7th round, calls out Gervonta Tank Davis. Many believe Tank will destroy him. I wouldn't mind a Linares fight before a Tank, just because we seen Luke knock him down. Can he get back up from a Tank shot? Will he have the same success getting up after a Tank shot? But like yesterday, I believe Tank better jump on this opportunity. Teofimo punches very hard. Devin is very skilled. You don't want someone to come along and take the O from this guy. You don't want that. He's calling you out. You're already on pay-per-view. He's allowed to do pay-per-view. The stars can't align any better for Tank. He's got to get on the horn and make sure they get this fight before they do give him a Linares, before a De La Hoya or even Reynoso gets in his ear and says, you know what? Let's work on a few more things, champ. Let's just work on a few more things and then we'll be ready. Yeah, you could beat him now, but we'll be ready. Where you won't suffer any knockdowns if you just give me one more fight. Let's take Linares. So we don't want that to happen. Tank needs to get on the horn. My morning afterthoughts are really still my thoughts from last night. Tank better not let this opportunity slip through his hands. Bob will send an offer. Bob has dealt with Eddie. He has dealt with Golden Boy. He will send an offer for Tio. He will. Don't do this. The zone had Haney there. They gonna try and give an offer. Eddie is the promoter of the year in most of people's eyes. You think he's not gonna try and get this fight for Haney? Man, listen, we gotta hurry up.
So I'll jump in there and go next. I didn't get a chance to, be on the show yesterday and do all that post-fight prediction right away. But yeah, definitely it was sensational performance for me. I picked 7 through 9 for the knockout, and he did it in the 7th round, so that was amazing. At the same time, I've said a long time ago that the fight between Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia was a fight to be made after the Luke Campbell win or lose, because of the sheer magnitude of how, of a star Ryan Garcia is. We all know that all roads are 135 to 130 leads to Gervonta Davis for that big payday. And this is a big pay-per-view fight if it happens. So, you can't, to make $1 billion in boxing, you got to be very smart. So I'm pretty sure Team Mayweather is going to make sure that they get this fight for Gervonta next.
And I know you can do it, man. You got to
check
the facts. Man.
Ignorant Boxing on the super chat this morning saying, when was the last time Tank was in a 50-50 fight?
Gotta be Pedraza.
Has to be.
Gotta be Pedraza.
And he's
true. Pedraza was doing his thing.
He even thought that Floyd was setting him up.
Set him up, yeah.
Yep.
He came out on Twitter like, yo, my promoter set me up.
Did we feel like it was a 50-50?
Up until then, Tank ain't had. If you think Tank ain't fight nobody now, because remember, people after that fight, people be like, well, he only fought Pedraza. So, yeah. Believe me, listen, Pedraza.
So the question to that is, no, it was never 50-50 fight with Pedraza as a champion. We all know that Tank was like, the up and coming star, big hitter, good boxer, but no way was that a 50-50 fight.
It probably was 50-50 or slight favorite to Pedraza, man. I'm telling you, at least at the betting lines, bro, for real. Tank, who had Tank fought before then?
Not really anybody, dude.
No, nobody, bro. I'm telling you, he was saying he was ready, and then they really gave him the title shot, and he felt like, yo, they pushing me too quick. I don't know, it was some weird shit, but he won it.
I think it was time for him to be pushed, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yo, check this out, Ness. Yo, check this out. You said that Jojo Diaz unification battle 130 would be quite would it be a good fight to have for
Great
Tank
fight.
Davis.
Great fight.
That slick Latino power puncher, pretty boy, bigger star is Ryan Garcia.
Listen, I'm not denying
Jojo Diaz, meaning more experience, been there a little bit longer, been in the trenches, but that
and Olympic background.
Huh?
And the Olympic background Jojo Diaz has.
Right, but listen, that payday though, that Ryan going connect with Gervonta gonna be something different.
And I'm not denying that, brother. You were right. You are right. It's the bigger fight. They're even in the same age bracket, right? Like their demographics probably cross over. Their fan bases probably cross over. So it's the better fight. I'm with you, man. I'm hoping that Tank and his people send an offer, because I'm gonna put you to sleep. They said the B side can't send the A side an offer. They're the A side. They're the ones doing pay-per-view. They need to send Ryan Garcia an offer before someone else does. We got a super chat from CRB1.
With the Mayweather energy, says Tank on TV, Ryan on obscure app without visibility.
But what's wrong with that? He's doing enough to get noticed, though.
App is the way of the future, man.
UK Rob is saying that Davis was a plus 110, so that makes him a underdog.
Yes, he is definitely underdog. A plus 110 for sure.
When he fought Pedraza, so that's the last time. And I don't think he was 50-50 with Leo. I don't remember that.
The odds had it against Gervonta, huh?
Wow, Trey, you know I can't even doubt you anymore because you get the picks so right on the TBV Fantasy Pick'em League, but he's tripping. He said, is Ryan versus Tank 50-50? Ryan should be a small favorite? What? Yo, a guy goes out there.
I'm gonna doubt you, Trey. That's one, but I'm gonna doubt you, Trey.
Bruh, it's hard to doubt him.
What's wrong with this guy, man? You kidding me or what?
It's hard to doubt him when he gets, 35 picks a month, right? Consistently.
Yeah, that's picks. But this right here being a small favorite, we talking big business. This ain't picks. This is big business, man. Big business means that Tank Davis being the type of person, being that he's done the pay-per-view before and his stardom is growing. They've used pretty much their names off each other because I'm sure Ryan Garcia's taking some clout off Tank Davis after he be getting them stellar knockouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 to 10. He on SportsCenter every time he fights. The world gets to see who Tank Davis is. So his brand is growing. So now that Ryan Garcia has been growing his brand himself out the mud with these sensational performances, the machine is behind him now. He don't really have to do that extra work that he got to because they know who he is now. That's why I gotta say Tank gotta be the smaller favorite, Trey. I'd favor Tank to be the smaller favorite over Ryan. If not a bigger favorite.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Tank to be the smaller. I don't know. He's the smaller man too, bro.
Oh, definitely.
Betting lines. Listen, betting lines are gonna remember that he didn't knock out a 39-year-old busted up Achilles heel Gamboa until the 12th round. Last 2 minutes left. Betting lines will remember that. I mean, maybe Trey is right. Maybe Ryan does end up being a favorite.
Let's see. I'll wait for it, man. If that happens, then I'm cool with it. This is what we talking back and forth. Who's a favorite? Who's not a favorite? You know what I'm saying? We talking about one person that we've done this for many different fighters that's supposed to fight them before. Who's going to be the favorite? Who's going to be the A side? Who's going to be the B side? Come on, man. If the A side, you already know what it is, man. You already know that he got to be the favorite. You know what I'm saying? In the fight. Not the public. Because you get to bet. When you bet, you change the betting line. So if more people put their money on Ryan, then absolutely it's going to be the smaller favorite. 100%.
And I mean, I'm agreeing with you guys in the
that's
whole.
How, sorry, Alex. That's how Manny Pacquiao used to make his fights a lot closer because his fans would bet on him. And the betting lines during that week would change significantly.
Yeah, and look, I'm with you in that Tank has to take advantage of getting this fight now. You know, if you let Ryan Garcia take some more of these types of fights, man, you're just allowing him to grow and develop. And, you know, we're talking about the future, man. Let's talk a little bit about the actual fight and what we saw and what we can gauge from it, right? Because, honestly, you know, when Ryan got hit with that left hand from Cool Hands, you know, Cool Hands was steadily just bringing that left hand to the body, and then he decided to bring it up top. And, you know, a lot of us was going crazy on the live fight chat. If you tuned in with us, we were like, what the heck is Ryan Garcia doing, pulling back in a straight line and then extending his arms forward almost as to like create a distance between him and the fighter. But, you know, after he got up, he didn't just, you know, get up. He got up fresh. Like he got up and went at Cool Hands, and it just impressed me, man. The heart was shown, and you know, he gets a lot of slack. Oh my goodness, who's this? Mauricio Sulaiman, ¿cómo está, hermano?
Mauricio,
how are you, brother?
Sanyo, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How are you? Are you on the West Coast?
No, I'm in Mexico City in Central Time.
All right, so it's not that bad. We didn't wake you. Good to know. Good to know.
Getting ready for my daily walk.
WBC walk.
I saw you. Oh, you a Dallas fan? Oh man, I'm a New York Giants fan, man. We're at odds. We're bumping heads. Hey, I saw you hitting pads the other day, man. Is that something you do when you work out, man? You were moving kind of nice, man.
It's been a long time since I worked out boxing wise.
Yeah.
And my nephews have been training, and my brother. So I just went in 2 weeks ago and started doing it, and I'm just so thrilled about it. I feel so back into doing something I used to do for a long time.
That's awesome, bro. I thought it was neat, man. I thought it was, you know, it was just good to see. You know, they got the president doing his little boxing thing there. That was fly, bro.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Always good to see, you know, everyone staying healthy, man. I see that you do that with the WBC walks, and you've been encouraging lots of people to remain healthy. So on Sun.
Sorry, can I ask a question on a topic real quick? How you doing, Mr. Sulaiman? My name is Francis from Canada. I just wanted to ask you, you haven't hit pads in a long time. What would you say is your favorite punch or combination? While we're still on the topic.
Well, I've been enjoying. I would say I prefer, because I was not standing well. I was very off balance. So the first 5 days, I've been trained by Jose Luis Bueno, former champion. So he's been working very strongly in keeping the balance and my footwork. So when you throw a punch and you do not do the correct movement, you're completely off balance. So there's no speed, there's no power. So I've been enjoying very much getting back to the basics, and I just love the hook to the body. The traditional, like
the Ryan Garcia.
The Ryan Garcia.
Thank you for answering. Go ahead, Ness.
So, Mauricio, after every big fight, we kind of have the morning after thoughts where we watch the fight, it's digested, we wake up and see how do we feel. Last night, obviously, Ryan Garcia came to his own and stopped Luke Campbell in the 7th round with a left hook to the body, classic Mexican style. What were your thoughts on the performance? What did you think of Ryan Garcia's performance last night?
Well, first of all, what a way to begin 2021 with a bang. I'm so excited about it. Canelo wrapped up the year very nicely, and now Ryan Garcia comes out and enters the major leagues. He steps in and proves that he's a real force in the sport. There were many doubters. There were many who had questions about Ryan. And I'm just very proud of him. He stood in there like a man. He was dropped, and he came up, and he was very brave. And he's just got a tremendous corner with Eddie Reynoso, a very good, solid team. And he's very brave. I was just so proud. And Luke Campbell, I mean, he has been in there with Lomachenko, with Linares, with many great fighters. So there's no question that Luke had been in great fights, and now that Ryan Garcia is a force in the sport, I'm very proud of him.
Stupendous.
So go ahead, guys, one each, so like that we don't overtalk each other. You guys could go, and then I'll follow up.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I'll start off by saying, how did you feel about Ryan Garcia and the way he set the pace? I mean, I didn't expect him to literally just walk cool hands down, and I mean Luke Campbell throughout the whole fight. Was that something that you were expecting, or did that kind of like take you back a bit?
No, that proved that he's for real. He went and brought the fight to him from the first bell. He was dominating the first round, and then he just got a really hard punch and was knocked down, was hurt for the first time in his career. So many questions started propping up, and he got up and remained calm. So he learned so much from yesterday, and I see that there's only a bright future for him. He took the fight back again, showed he was not afraid of Campbell, and that's a mind game that discourages you. When you hit somebody with your best shot, you put him down and he gets up and continues to bring the fight to you. He just set down the pace and was very, very fast and strong, and that punch, that was a punch that he had practiced. It was not something that just was a lucky punch. He knew perfectly, and he fainted and went down and just knocked him out with that liver shot.
I mean, look, man. Francis, go ahead.
Actually, go ahead. You good?
Yeah, no, look. As much as credit that I want to give Ryan, I'm always gonna, I'm always gonna look at the things that you didn't do right, and it was really scary for us at a time when he was just pulling back with his arms extended. And I just want to ask you if you noticed any of these little things that we noticed, where he was kind of he was backing up in a straight line and leaving his chin out open, and that's what kind of happened to him when he got caught with that shot. it would have been a simple just holding the phone with the right hand, and maybe that shot wouldn't have landed. Did you notice that, or did you notice anything that you feel like he needs a little bit of more improvement before he goes on and takes on, you know, the higher echelon of that division? I mean, he called out Tank right away. I don't know exactly where you put those two in the measure, but anything that you might have seen that he does need a little bit of work on, and maybe he gains it through more training or through another experience in another top fight.
Well, he's young. He's coming off 2 straight first round knockouts. That builds your confidence, but also can make you a little bit anxious and careless.
Overzealous.
But I mean, he proved everything. Of course, he's got a lot of work to do. He drops his right hand constantly. He got hit a couple other times, but not with the power that he got in the second round. But I'm just every fighter has been down, and it's a key. If you get up and then you win, that's when you prove that you are in the major leagues.
All right.
So, Mauricio, have you heard of Elvis Rodriguez?
Elvis Rodriguez, yes, I've heard of him.
Okay, beautiful. So the reason I bring him up is because he's a Dominican fighter. I'm Dominican. I mean, I'm born in America, but my parents are both Dominican. So I am rooting for him the minute I found out about him. So I don't care if they call me biased, right? The WBC tends to get a lot of heat, and I don't think anyone's ever asked you, how do you feel, right? People seem to believe that you are biased to Canelo specifically and the Mexican fighter, but you're a WBC, it's a Mexican sanctioning body. Do you take offense to them believing you're biased to the Mexican fighter, or is that kind of the mission statement, being as though that you and your father started this company? Well, your father started this company in Mexico, and it's a Mexican-based belt that has become international.
Well, that's human nature. It's almost nature for people to always try to find the negative in anything. The WBC has 170 countries affiliated. If you look at the roster of champions, we have Tyson Fury from the UK. We have the Thailand, we have Japan, we have the USA, we have Mexico, we have all over the world, and our history proves how we have fought so hard for Africa with Nelson Mandela, with Dingham Tovela, with so many stories, Azuma Nelson. We have opened up the Chinese market. We are working in the Middle East right now. So, of course, people don't realize that we cannot be biased. When that bell rings, it's only 2 fighters. Whoever wins becomes the WBC champion or retains the championship. And I cannot be biased. I learned from my father that when the fight is over, you feel great happiness for the fighter who won, and great respect and great sadness at the same time for the fighter who lost. So we can go over so many examples. We have proven that there's no bias, that we do not step on the rules, and we develop the sport. And you can ask any fighter from any part of the world if they think I am biased or the WBC is biased, and they will tell you.
Can you just give me that number once again, Mauricio? How many countries?
170 countries.
That's wonderful. So you're spread out across all cultures, all types of backgrounds. Yeah. That
is the key. You know, there's a tremendous difference from culture, customs, common practices in the Philippines or in Argentina or in Canada.
Ukraine.
So you have to have Ukraine. You have to have a great team together from great representation and understand the culture and adjust and deal with every single matter differently. You cannot have a one set of procedures.
Absolutely, you can't be biased and work with that many cultures and yeah.
How you doing,
absolutely
Mauricio?
Understood.
I had a question to follow up. You made a statement earlier that said that when a fighter gets dropped and he gets up, showing his medal, and he wins the fighter, spectacularly or by decision, he's announcing himself as being in the major leagues. Would you say that that is the singular criteria, or there's other things that will make up knowing that a fighter is ready for the major leagues? He has arrived on the scene of a major leagues like a Ryan Garcia.
Well, even if he had not been dropped, if he won an easy 12-round decision, if he won a first-round knockout, defeating Luke Campbell puts you in the major leagues. And when you're down and you overcome adversity, it shows much more that you had not seen before. So now, for me, Ryan Garcia is in the major leagues, and he has proven it in the ring. There's no question about Campbell. You know, Oscar de la Hoya, he was dropped by Campanella in the first round when he first, as a lightweight, when he first won his first world title, and that was a major test. And then look where he went on to become one of the greatest, a legendary champion. Many fighters do not get dropped until they have won a title and have 3-4 title defenses, and then they are knocked out and the career is finished. So this is a tremendous first step in the major league scene for Ryan, in my opinion.
Mauricio, so I have here the internet's definition for an interim champion is a temporary world champion that is awarded in the 4 major sanctioning bodies of professional boxing: WBA, WBC, WBO, obviously the IBF, and boxing. Occasionally, the world champion of a particular weight division is temporarily unable to defend the championship because of medical, legal, or other reasons beyond the champion's control. When in this case occurs, 2 highly ranked contenders will challenge for the interim title in that same weight division, making 2 existing champions simultaneously. Once the champion is able to return, he must fight against the interim champion. Why did we see an interim title on the line yesterday if Haney isn't injured and available to defend?
Thank you. This lightweight situation goes back 2-3 years. If we take out the COVID year 2020, it was an existing situation that came when Mikey Garcia, as lightweight champion, decided to move up in weight. At that time, we ordered a series of fights, which involved Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Luke Campbell. Ryan Garcia was still getting into the mix with the Silver Championship, but we ordered a series of fights, Fortuna. Some of those fights did not materialize. Then Lomachenko petitioned to fight Campbell for the title. That was accepted. He won the title. We ordered an interim championship for Devin Haney at that time against the Russian Abdulayev, I believe that's his name.
You're correct.
And,
Correct.
So when Lomachenko wins and Haney wins, Lomachenko petitions for the franchise designation. And Haney had a title defense, but he injured his shoulder. He had surgery. So we put Haney as champion in recess, and the WEC ordered Fortuna to fight Campbell for the vacant. And then they would meet once Haney was healthy. There was a contract signed. The fight was going to take place, I believe, April or May, but then the pandemic came. That contract was existent. So both fighters, Fortuna and Campbell, had rights. When they tried to reschedule, Fortuna pulled out to fight Linares in a major opportunity that he had, because they were both living in the same California. They could make the fight, but then Linares contracted COVID-19. So that is why the WBC had to respect Campbell's rights. He was first in line to fight for the world title, then he was in line to fight And then we decided that to make an interim championship to address that legality of Campbell. So we ordered Campbell and Garcia for the interim title, and the winner is mandated to fight against the champion Devin Haney.
I'm not following up because I want to keep our rules as co-host. I just want to say I love that you could explain that word for word. You didn't need anyone's help. Like, you're the president of your own company, but you knew every single step without having to refer to any sort of guide or reference or because that's a lot of stuff that happened in the last 18 months that you just remembered off the top of your head. So congrats. Go ahead, Francis. Apologies.
No, Alex, you're next. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, a wonderful breakdown, first of all, because, sometimes during, all the contractual legalities and people don't realize that COVID hit, and COVID has affected a lot of the moving parts in our sport. So I'm glad that I got to clear. I'm cleared up on that now. But just going forward to what Ryan said at the end of the fight. He yells out Tank first.
Yeah.
And then he walks over to Devin. I mean, it was just a show. The kid's a show.
That was my question, Alex. We're on the same page.
Well, you know what? Segue to you then. Go ahead.
If you said it's a mandatory is a mandatory. With Ryan saying that he's looking to take on Tank, who is not as mandatory, how does that situation work out in your mind? Like, how does that work on the WBC side? Do you have to order another fight for the interim title? Does he get stripped from it? Like, how does it work?
I don't like to speculate.
Okay.
Basically, what we have done in 2020, we have been absolutely flexible. We have been supportive of every aspect of the industry, and we have tried to mediate to make the best out of everything. I'm very satisfied in the lightweight division. We have taken a lot of heat because of the franchise situation, and I understand it and I respect. But I believe that this franchise topic has brought where we are today. With the franchise designation, we were able to make Teofimo Lopez against Lomachenko, and to have the champion, undisputed champion in the division. We were able to make Haney against Gamboa, which was a high-profile fight. Haney made a very good showing, and it was a good fight. And then Campbell against Garcia. And then you had Gervonta Davis with Leo Santa Cruz, which was an unbelievable fight as well. So if you look at the lightweight division and the welterweight division, you can see two very exciting situations happening. And what we all want is the fights in the ring. What we all want is to see the best fights possible happening. So if it's the WBC taking or myself taking the heat for uncertainty or confusion, I take the other road. I like the fights that are happening, and I see a tremendous future happening in the 2021 for specifically the lightweight division. So we will see what happens. There's so many great fights to be made. We usually give the champion a week so he can celebrate and relax, and then we contact their camp and going to see what the next steps will be.
This isn't my question, but I don't know if you made the mistake and said that Teofimo's undisputed or not, because that is like the debate, right? You got Devin Haney's promoter laughing in Teofimo's face saying, "You're not undisputed. Haney has a belt." Now you're the president of that belt saying that Teofimo is undisputed. So is he or isn't he? Because we've just never had this situation. Unfortunately, in the past, it was only the WBA with a super title, and the franchise more and more seems like the super title in the WBC division. Sanctioning body.
It's a debate. It's a barbershop conversation. The truth is that we are in 2021. We are the organization that tries always to bring new elements to the sport. if we were to talk about the NFL, the expansion, more teams, now different playoff scenario, you have to accept and take those different topics to try to make boxing better. The reality is you have Teofimo, who defeated Lomachenko. The franchise is a new designation. It's a new concept. So if you want to claim that he is or he is not the undisputed, that's a conversation. Factual, what happens in the ring. I just want to see these fights happening. So the WBC has Teofimo as the franchise champion in the lightweight division, and we have Devin Haney as the WBC champion. So for the WBC, he is the undisputed champion, and Haney is also the champion. And now we have Ryan Garcia in the mix. So it is a, for you guys, I don't know if you're enjoying it.
Well, it's a difficult situation for sure.
Yeah.
But like I said, that wasn't my question. My question is the way that you explained 135. I need you for the people to explain 160 because there's a lot of misconceptions. People believe Canelo or his team petition the way that Vasil and his team petitioned for franchise status. Only you can tell us that. And then you told us that you would make sure Charlo got a shot at Canelo, but now Canelo's at 168, and it's like now Charlo has to move up a third division. He didn't get the shot at 54. He didn't get the shot at 60. Now he's got to follow him to 68, fight him outside of his natural weight. I mean, look, we always rep the WBC, but we need you to make that Charlo fight. It's unfair to Charlo for 3 divisions to be. I mean, you can date interviews back. He has been calling Canelo's name for 3 divisions. Now he's got to go to 68?
Very unfortunately, we are not promoters. If the WBC had the structure that the UFC has, the UFC, they are the MMA organization, they are the promoter, they are the manager, they have the television contracts. It's a one world. That's impossible in boxing because the Muhammad Ali Act, because the law in the USA and the common practice of fair competition does not allow this to take place in the sport of boxing. So when you have different promoters, different networks, the complications happen to make some of the fights. And that has happened all along in the history of the sport. Of course, we want to see Charlo Canelo. Of course, we want to see the Fury Joshua. Of course, we want to see so many fights that are there that the fans want to do, and that's why we created the franchise designation to allow those fighters to be able to take on the best fights they can have. I am very confident that Canelo will one day fight Charlo. Charlo is a sensational champion, and he's just one of the greatest champions of today. But we are not a promoter, so we cannot make those fights. I hope that you understand the difference between boxing and other sports.
Love it. I'll go.
But you do understand that if the franchise title didn't exist at that moment, Charlo would have got his shot as the mandatory challenger, which is the simplest route at the champion. That's supposed to be the poor man's route. The man that doesn't have a promoter, that doesn't have Al Heyman, he's supposed to believe in a sanctioning body that if he works hard every day and you rank him number 1, you're going to give him a shot at the champion, regardless of politics.
That is what happens in 95% of the cases. That is exactly what the mandatory rule was invented for. Archie Moore, Mantequilla Nápoles, they were 5-6 years as the number 1 contender without getting a shot at the title. Today, we have 4 sanctioning organizations. You have many champions. So a champion and the quality of the challengers many times are diluted. The reason for some fights not to happen is because the champion either has a very strong promotion and he chooses to move on and go somewhere else, or simply they cannot make it happen. But the mandatory contender rule was invented and it works 95% of the time. There are times when a champion, if you are faced with a very weak mandatory, what do? If you're a great champion and they impose on you a very weak, non-deserving mandatory, that's
Enter
a problem.
The franchise.
So it's complicated. It will take a couple of years to play out as it was intended and planned. And I will continue to accept the criticism and face it. And I understand. And what we are trying to do is to get the best fights done possible.
Beautiful. My final question for you, Mauricio, and I'm going to take it just a little bit if I'm going to change the topic real quick. If you could, please give us, when you do your WBC walks, how long do you usually walk for? And what time do you prefer to walk at?
My favorite time is early in the morning because then I can get on with my day as normal. So I've been walking now, it's like 2.5 years. So I started blocking. I used to have a lot of breakfast meetings, a lot of meetings early in the morning. I blocked that and I would go in and do it as early as possible. And I walk around 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Good.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. You got a fan from Toronto, Canada. Appreciate you.
Thank you so very much.
All right, we got a bunch of questions from the people. Are you still available? I know it's Sunday and I know you have the walk.
Yes, but let me put the power on my computer because it's showing a little bit.
A little bit of bar going
yes.
down.
Oh.
Soy el jefe de jefes, señores.
All right, we're live with the WBC president, Mauricio Sulaiman. We're going to go to our Patreon questions. We do appreciate his time and the WBC as a whole.
He got the jerseys back there. He got Aikman.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, man, I like it.
I'm a Steelers fan, so we haven't seen yet.
Dumi, are you going to take lead?
Yeah, sure. I got him up right here. Let me see. Okay. We have the first question coming in from Ghetto Matt, and he says, "Good day, sir. Greetings from Australia. I hope that you're well during these times. As an observer, WBC has 3 lightweight titleists. How, if possible, can you enact a way to end the dispute among the champions?"
Well, that's a process that the weights mapped out. The interim champion fights the champion, and then, as I said, the franchise designation does not have any mandate. They can go out and make the best fights possible. When you are a franchise, it is the meaning that you are ready to fight only the best in any weight category. So that's the way it should roll out. And I hope that it gives the great fights to happen in the immediate future.
All right, just a quick reminder, Mauricio, you don't need to answer anything you've already answered throughout our discussion in case any of these are repeat. We have James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas, who says, "No question, just wanted to say thank you for coming on the greatest boxing podcast in the world, the Boxing Voice. You always give us great news and updates and endure all the hardest questions that Ness persistently tends to ask you. Hashtag Viva the WBC."
Thank you, and I love the boxing voice, and I love the interaction with you guys and with the fans. That's what really makes the real
connection, man.
Connection, exactly.
Yeah.
Stephen Williams in the UK says, "Happy New Year, Mr. Sulaiman, and thanks for coming on the show. Say what Wilder and company are saying is true. and they do indeed have evidence, surely that puts you, the WBC, and others in a position where substantial legal cases would be brought against them, some of those being criminal in nature. So, my question is this. What would have the WBC made of the allegations made by Team Wilder against Team Fury, and by extension against the WBC, Nevada State Athletic Commission, and VADA, and others? Thanks, Steve in the UK.
I guess he's referring to the gloves.
The gloves. And the water bottle, right?
Well, I was at the dressing room of both Fury and Wilder, and there were 3-4 inspectors in each dressing room. There was hand wrapping, there was gloving. I saw them before and after the fight, and truthfully, I was in the fight in California always as well, and these boxing commissions, they have inspectors, and they are very careful of the procedure of the bandaging and the gloving. Then the gloves after the fight, they are inspected. I mean, I did not see anything whatsoever. And regarding the water, I have no idea what this situation is. I know there's doping out of competition, so both Fury and Wilder had doping tests before the fight for a couple months, and of course after the fight. So I don't read this news, but what I saw when I lived, it was absolutely, everything was normal.
All right, we have Amin in Essex King. Amin says, good morning, Commissioner. It's not Commissioner, it's definitely President, but sanctioning bodies or promotional companies aside, what is the biggest fight in boxing you want to see next?
Truthfully, I love many fights, and for me, every single fight is important. There are fights that are coming up this year that are very exciting. You have Berchelt against Valdez. You have Chocolatito against Estrada. Of course, the possibility of Fury against Joshua. Of course, Wilder is in the mix. Any fight involving Wilder is tremendous. Errol Spence, if he is to fight Crawford, that would be sensational. In the lightweight, any combination involving Teofimo, Haney, Garcia-Davis, all those are great fights. So I'm just very excited for the year that is coming up, and also women's fighting. They have brought unbelievable action to the sport, and I'm a very strong supporter of women's boxing.
All right, we got a next one.
Serrano, you know Amanda Serrano.
Absolutely.
Against Jelena, that would be a tremendous fight. And Franchon Cruz. And
Franchon Cruz against Shadeja Green would be a tremendous fight. When are you calling that mandatory challenge?
Yeah, I mean, there's many great things to happen in 2021.
How far is a person from a mandatory shot if they're only the WBC international champion? Like, how many more levels is it before you become a mandatory?
You know, it all depends. For the WBC to be mandatory, you have to win a final elimination bout, and then you are voted by the Board of Governors, designated mandatory contender. And that could happen having the international title. You're just one step behind the major leagues. So any international champion has proven to be of a great level, and he's close of getting there, yes.
He or she. Go ahead, Alex.
All right. Again, Mauricio, you know, if you've already answered any of these questions, you don't have to answer them again. But this one is coming in from Big Casual. It says, good morning, Mr. Sulaiman. I noticed the WBC looked into the Tank versus Santa Cruz fight after Tank knocked out Cruz in devastating fashion, but wasn't fighting for the WBC belt. I have yet to see the WBC investigate the Wilder versus Fury 2 fight, even with all the evidence that have come out with the Fury floppy gloves. So how is it that the WBC can investigate a fight when the WBC belt wasn't involved in the fight, but Wilder, who helped defend the WBC belt 5 years plus, hasn't got the same treatment as Tank versus Santa Cruz fight, especially since Wilder and Fury actually fought for the WBC, but Tank and Cruz didn't?
I don't know where that came from. That was so much gossip and very unfair. I don't know where it came from. The WBC had nothing to do with the fight, and the WBC did absolutely nothing about that fight. I read some people started calling me racist and all this. That's absolutely untrue. I had nothing to say or to do with that fight. Somebody made some comment and it just got out completely out of proportion, having zero. If anyone can prove that I or anyone with the WBC position said anything with it, I mean, nobody can officially say anything in the WBC if it is not an official statement. I am the one who can speak on behalf of the WBC and nobody else. So I don't know where that came from, and I felt very bad when Tank commented that we were clowns. He said WBC are clowns. I don't know why, but you can ask any fighter, as I've been saying, the respect that we give to any nationality. There's no colors, there's no nationalities in the WBC. But regarding Wilder, as I said, the boxing commissions are the ones who handle the situation, and there was absolutely nothing to investigate.
All right. Next one's coming in from Rue in the 504, and I think that's New Orleans. Do we get the Haney versus Garcia mandatory in 2021?
I would expect so. Yes, I would think so, and I would like to see that.
All right.
Woo! Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Next is coming in from Nova Scotia. It's our friend Jeff Gorley, and he says, I noticed that you don't see purse bids as much anymore. Has that helped or hurt the sport as far as making the best fights?
You know, a purse bid is the opportunity for fighters to increase the payment, and also for promoters to get to the table and negotiate. I guess the platforms have increased in a very important way the economics for the champions and the challengers. And you're true. Last year we had a couple of purse bids, but they ended up in reaching an agreement like the Campbell Garcia. But it is a good instrument. When you order a fight, you have the possibility of negotiating and then get the best deal for the two fighters. So it's a good element in the sport, but now it seems that there are more reaching agreements before they reach the purse bid process.
All right, next one's coming in from Coyote. This is from the UK. In your opinion, inside knowledge, do you think we see Fury versus AJ next 4 or Fury versus Wilder 3?
I have no information other than Wilder and Fury being in a process of mediation. That might go to the CAS. I don't know where they stand right now. It's an administrative resource. Apparently, there is a contract. One party claims it expired. The other one claims it's still valid. And we're waiting to know the results from that process.
Let me ask you in relation to that, have any of the WBC mandates expire due to COVID? Like you said, you had mandated so much in the lightweight division, but obviously COVID didn't allow a lot of those fights to happen. Did those contracts expire because of COVID, or did you allow those people to renegotiate and come to some sort of agreement?
There's two types of contracts. One, which is a mandate by the WBC. I would say there's two types of fights, a mandatory and a voluntary. There's no other types. A mandatory is a fight that the WBC mandates. Any other could be a contract between the parties, between the fighters, the promoters. We are not part of that contract. In WBC mandates, we did extend everything. We have had absolute flexibility. How can you try to enforce a mandate when a fighter cannot leave his country, where he cannot train, where there's travel restrictions? So it would be very unfair to take COVID-19 era to enforce something against a fighter. That's why we have had all the flexibility, and we will continue to mediate and make the best scenario for all the parties that are involved.
I know you want to remain as neutral as possible, but since we're talking fairness, Wilder gave Fury a shot when Fury was out in the dumps, 300 plus pounds, comes back from obesity and depression, and fights Wilder in a fight where the public believed Wilder probably lost, even though he had 2 knockdowns. So the rematch is void because it was a draw, so there's no contract for Fury to get this rematch. But Wilder in his conscience wanted to right the wrong, gives Fury a rematch, and adds a rematch in the clause because it's a new contract. Now Fury beats him by knockout, and it feels like the world wants to move on to Fury Joshua. Shouldn't Fury honor his contract, in your opinion, regardless of expiration, because of the pandemic, the way that you're allowing fighters to kind of find a happy medium, because this is unprecedented times?
That's a tough one, because you put me between the wall and the sword. Wilder was 5 years world champion. He was willing to do anything that he had to do. He signed a contract and flew to Europe. He was going to fight Povetkin in Russia, and then a positive test canceled that fight. So he had a tough fight with Ortiz. He had a tough fight with Fury, and he said, I want those fights cleared. I want rematch with Ortiz, and he knocked them out in 1 round. And then he went on and in 8 rounds. Then he went on and did the Fury rematch. Of course, Wilder deserves to fight for the championship at one point. I cannot discuss anything about the contract because, number one, I don't know the contract, and it would be irresponsible for me to try to say something. All I can say is that Deontay Wilder deserves to fight for the championship once again at some point.
But at some point, not immediately? You don't feel morally he gave a guy a shot that technically and legally didn't deserve a rematch anymore because of the draw? That your contract is null and void. So I just don't get why not honor it. Everyone has had to readjust life. Like Zoom and Skype has become the new medium, not only to interact, but to conduct business. So how could we enforce an expiration when we want to be there? Now Texas is allowing fighters to have fight fans. So now is the time to make the Wilder Fury fight. I just feel Fury, he should just honor the rematch clause. I don't get, how is that not the right thing to do?
Well, when you have contracts and you have legalities, it's a very thin line. So as I said, I respect anyone's opinion, and it is now in a process. So to say something would be irresponsible on my side. I'm very proud of Fury as our champion. I'm very proud of Wilder for what he has represented, and I am sure he will fight again sometime in the near future.
Can you give us, I guess, in theory, what would happen if Fury were to win the mitigation or lose the mitigation, right? So let's say he loses, but decides to fight AJ anyway. What does the WBC do then? Do you make him franchise status, even though AJ, might have to drop the WBO and it's not a legitimate undisputed, or, I don't know what is the WBC stance then?
No, that's too much speculation. Gee. What if tomorrow I wake up with a
We want answers. We don't want Fury to run away. We want this fight. No, I just don't want I don't want another fake undisputed. I don't want him to become franchise and then all of a sudden, it's for an undisputed that isn't undisputed when all the belts, the real belts, could be on the line, not designated titles, the real titles. That's all.
Well,
that's all.
We all want to see those fights, and I'm with you. Of course, I want to see Wilder, Fury, the third, of course, and I want to see Fury, Joshua, or Wilder, Joshua. This fight is long overdue. I remember Wilder calling out for 2 years to make that fight happen.
Wow. Is it possible I can ask Mauricio a question real quick?
Sure. I thought you guys were mute over there, so I was taking over.
No. What happened is that we're going through the people's questions, so I wanted to make sure the people got it off. But you the Capitan, so you gotta jump in every now and again, which you have all right to do. So we sit back and let you do what you do. But Mauricio, I wanted to ask you a question. Oh man, I lost my question now.
Don't worry about it. While you get back on beat, Brandon Maurice has a question for Mr. Mauricio, and he says, no question, actually. just want to say keep up the good work, and P.S. throw that Dallas Cowboy hat in your fireplace and buy yourself a Green Bay Packers hat.
Oh my God. The Green Bay Packers have given me some of the worst days in my life. Oh! Thanksgiving. I remember 7 or 8 years ago, Thanksgiving, we're up 28-3 halftime, and we lose to the Packers.
Hey, what happened?
And then the catch of going to the playoffs, and they call it a no catch. They're such a tremendous team. Rodgers has to be one of the best quarterbacks, and to be a Cowboys fan is very difficult.
Yeah,
it's very difficult. 1995 without being to the Super Bowl, but it's easy to be the fan of the champion. You have to be and stick together and be loyal. If we win today and Washington loses, then we're in the playoffs. Unbelievable.
That's a fact. Being a fan of the Steelers, and we've won 6 championships. I understand how it is. You go on a run, and then you go on a super drought, and it's like, man, we're looking really bad. But this year, we're looking pretty good. But my question I wanted to ask you is, being in the sport for so long, growing up pretty much in the sport, can you give us a little insight into what means more in a negotiation? Does the person who carries the revenue mean more, or the person who carries the titles in negotiation, just based off your experience of being around boxing? If you can, that's okay.
No, of course, the titles...
in terms of 50-50, like who gets 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, that's what I mean, example.
The rules, of course, the champion has the split advantage. Whenever a challenger carries a very probable or
prestige,
if they can really prove that they carry the finances for that fight, that split is modified when there's a purse offer. But to get to the point of being the one who carries that financial edge, you have to have been a champion. It is, as I was saying, you have to understand the process. For a fighter to make it, he has to be champion and then win more championships. When a fighter already made it and he's a big star, then they can say titles are meaningless. But what happened a few years before? Without the championship, without the belt, it is not possible to become a superstar. And
can I interrupt you for 1 second, Mauricio?
Yes, sure.
And the reason I'm gonna interrupt you real quick, in the sense of you have Errol Spence, who's a unified champ, and you have Terrence Crawford, who is a champ, but he has been a champ at 3 different weight divisions. They're calling it, they're trying to be a balance above 50-50. That's really the question I wanted to ask, just to give you not to pigeonhole you, but to give you an idea of kind of what the picture I'm trying to show you, so you can explain it to the people because of your experience. So Terrence being a champion and has the resume, and Errol being the unified champion 147, like how does that work?
Yeah, but Errol has been champion in the welterweight division, but a very dominating champion. So he has a very strong play in the finances as well, because he's not just a champion that has 2 belts. He's a very dominating champion. But it's very difficult. The finances, many times I do not understand them. These are what the promoters do. They handle the television, the sponsorship, the gates, the international sales. So it is something that I do not get involved, and I do not manage. But I see that usually they come to the table with percentages of what the whole event is going to create, and then they divide it by then. But I truly do not know. What I can tell you is that the belt matters. It truly has a meaning at the point of the fight, but also the development of the champion's career.
Okay,
Mauricio, we got a couple of
hold
questions.
On, let me slide one in. Can you just give us your reasons as to why you believe Canelo's defending the WBC at 168 to the mandatory challenger in a guy that isn't as dangerous as Jamal Charlo, but didn't defend the mandatory challenge at 160? Why not just make him franchise at 168 as well, so that he can move on to do bigger fights? Because Yeardom is not a big fight. Charlo at least was on pay-per-view.
Well, Canelo wants to honor the mandatory. Canelo wants to fight Yildirim. Yildirim exemplary stepped aside to allow Canelo Smith to be for the WBC title. Canelo did not have to do that because of the franchise designation, but he wanted to win the WBC 168 championship. So he wants to be very active. He wants to defend against Yildirim starting the year, and then move on and do at least 3 fights in 2021. So I cannot answer. It's Canelo who can provide you a response, but he wants to do Yildirim, which, by the way, is underestimated. Maybe people have not researched or have not followed Yildirim, but he had a fight. I've seen that face before, my dear.
The only thing I remember is Eubank knocking him out savagely. That's the only thing I remember of Yildirim. I'm so sorry.
No, he gave a good fight to Darrell, but hardcores remember the World Boxer Super Series and him being flattened in like a round and a half, maybe.
So Roberto Duran is no good.
No.
Because
he's just got to prove it. Listen, Yeardom has to prove it.
With a face to the floor, and I mean, you cannot be you cannot have an idea of someone's career for one fight or for one.
You're absolutely right, but that person,
Lennox Lewis, knocked out by Oliver McCall, knocked out by Hasim Rahman. He's nothing. Come on.
But before the Oliver McCall, he was getting wins. Yeardom has yet to get a signature win, ever.
No, not necessarily, because you have to see he went to the Olympics and he had significant wins.
Signature win, though, Mauricio, in the pros. Signature win in the pros. Name one name that resonates with hardcores or casuals that he beat.
I think he beat Periban. I am not sure if it was Periban.
Marco Antonio Periban?
He drew with Badu Jack.
Oh, man. No, there's no way he got a draw with Badu Jack. Not Yeardom. No way. No way. Not Yeardom.
Gilby. Periban.
Oh, yeah, but ABC, that's triangle theories. What has Yeardom done?
He was probably on way of beating Dirrell when the fight was stopped.
He would be the new Buster Douglas, Mauricio, if he beats Canelo in Mexico.
Of course.
Exactly.
Canelo is a super favorite.
Exactly. So that's how big of an underdog Yeardom would be. He's got to be like a 30-1 against Canelo.
I feel very comfortable that Yildirim is a very good fighter. And we will see. We will see.
Listen, I like him. We've met him. We went all the way to Florida. He was training at Stacey McKinley's gym. He's a good guy, but he's got to prove that he can be on this level. And the Canelo level is not even the regular level.
Tell me about Ryan Garcia before Luke Campbell. How would you rate his...
I picked Ryan to win by decision. So he exceeded my expectations.
I had Ryan knockout between 7 and 9.
People said he had not fought anyone.
Very true. Very
that
true.
He did not deserve to be where he was, and look, he knocked out Luke Campbell. So it's
he was properly ranked, I believe. I think that he beat what we were arguing for a week, whether or not Luke Campbell was considered a gatekeeper, and I think he is because he opened the gate to a title shot for Ryan Garcia. I think he was fairly ranked, and now this fight puts him at the bottom of the top half. You got the Teofimos, Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney's, Vasil Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia. So he's there. He's there. He's ready to rock and roll. It's all about where he goes next. We're talking about Tank Davis. I think that, Tank would be smart to go ahead and take that fight now versus allowing a Teofimo to do that or a Devin. That's a really, and Tank just did a pay-per-view. Ryan is able to do pay-per-views even with the network he's on. He's got kind of like a Canelo deal going on. So, yeah, I think him and Tank is the biggest fight in that division, but I could be wrong.
Got another one coming in from Intrigue, Mr. Mauricio. If you still have a little bit of time, this is the one from Florida. He said, last time you were in, I asked, let me just make sure I got the question. Okay, last time you were in, I asked a question regarding a statement you made regarding Keith Thurman when he relinquished his title due to injury. You stated that when he comes back, he can request to get an immediate shot at the title. He came back and fought Pacquiao instead. You said you were going to check to see if that option was still valid or if he lost that option due to fighting Pacquiao. Any update?
Well, Keith, he's a sensational fighter. And yes, he was out for a long period of time. And then he came back and opted to fight Manny Pacquiao. So he would not have a direct shot right now if he just requested it. If he wanted to do a final elimination and go through the process, that would be perfectly acceptable. But yes, that too much time passed, and when he came back, he fought for another organization, and that took away the direct shot that he had.
Now, his ability to ask for a shot wouldn't trump or get Sean into a fight, right? Like, there's no way the current mandatory, which is Sean Porter, could somehow receive a letter saying Mauricio wants you to fight Thurman. in a final eliminator for the mandatory, right?
Well, right now in the welterweight division, there is no mandatory contender. Danny Garcia was a mandatory, and he just fought Spence. So at this moment, there is no mandatory contender in the welterweight division.
So Formella wasn't for the... I thought Formella, Sean Porter was for the mandatory or a final eliminator.
No, that was... they fought for the silver championship. And Sean Porter is the #1 contender. And he could be voted as mandatory if a process happens.
And that doesn't happen until the reunion in October? Or could that be called before October?
That can be called before. The mandatories go year by year. So now from December 5th, Errol Spence has 1 full year to fight voluntary defenses.
Oh wow! So Sean can't get a fight with Earl, technically or legally, through the WBC until 2022.
Anything can happen because, as we said, the pandemic was a year that had many things being moving. So at this moment, the way it is, December 5th was the last mandatory, and the next mandatory would be December 5th. That's exactly how it is.
Interesting for Sean. See what direction he goes now, because it's quite a long time from now. Anything else there from the people before we let him go?
Sean Spence would be a tremendous rematch. So
yeah.
That's a fight that could be of interest to the public.
We did have some super chats that came in, man, Mauricio. The people want to talk to you. we got so many. We got one coming in from Damian Arnold. He says, after the first fight, you mandated the Fury rematch, even though that was a voluntary fight. Why is it too hard for you to give Wilder that same respect and acknowledgement?
No, let me explain the technicality in this case. We did not mandate Tyson Fury rematch. When they signed for that rematch, let me go back to the convention. It was not this year, year before. Dillian White had won the interim title, becoming mandatory, but he had a situation with the anti-doping in the UK. So when we had the convention, that process was open, and Dillian White was recognition as interim and mandatory was suspended because he was in a doping process. So when we had the convention and the Board of Governors then accepted to see Fury Wilder rematch as the mandatory fight for the division, making that February 22nd the date for the new mandatory. I don't know if I explained correctly.
Yeah. So it was just making the date for the mandatory, but not making Fury the mandatory. That's just setting the date, is what you're trying to say?
No, Fury Wilder became the mandatory fight for the division because Dillian White was in the process, and then we extended for the...
Oh, okay, I get it. So it gave the winner a year of leeway.
Exactly.
I get it. Next one.
Had another one that came in.
Do you have time? You sure? You got the...
I'm very happy. I was going to go walk, but I'd rather talk to you guys.
Thank you.
You the champ. LV Slugger has one for you. He says, if White beats Povetkin, does he reclaim his Mando position? And if so, does it activate immediately? Or will we have to wait a while to get a shot at WBC?
You know, right now, there's no mandatory. Right now, we don't know if White is going to fight Povetkin. We haven't received any sanction request. But then we will see once that happens. We will evaluate what is the exact situation, considering what is happening in the division.
We have another one from the same person. He says, which fight are you more excited to see? AJ versus Fury, or Wilder versus Fury 3, would you allow Fury to claim franchise status just to make the AJ Fury fight?
You know, I stopped being a fan of boxing because I cannot be a fan and act like a fan. I am a fan inside, of course, and there are fights that I really like to see, but there are multiple fights. So for me to see AJ and Fury, or see Fury and Wilder, it's not a matter of me wanting them to happen or liking them. Any of those fights would be tremendous, and I just hope the next fight is either one.
I got another one here, and I'm going to add to it just for clarity, because we do need explanation. People make their own assumptions to this, right? So EasyBoy88 says, ask Mauricio if creating so many belts is hurting the sport. And I just want to add that the public seems to believe not only the WBC, but the sanction bodies themselves create all these titles in between the quote-unquote super champion just to make money. Can you, I guess, give your reasonings for USA WBC, International WBC, Silver WBC, Interim WBC, WBC, franchise? Like, why is there so many titles in one said division? And why is it not just for sanction and fees and money? Just so that the public can have a different, I guess, answer to that, right? Because they just believe you're making belts to collect checks.
The WBC has 10 continental federations. The 170 countries affiliate to the WBC through the federations. For example, North American Boxing Federation is Canada, USA, and Mexico. The Central and Caribbean Federation is all those countries, South America, Europe, etc. Each of those federations has one championship that has been existing since the creation of their own federation. The WBC created the International Championship back in 1982. Then the Continental Americas Championship for the continent. And from there, a variety of minor affiliated championships have been created in order to develop boxing in the areas. Fighters do get experience and get growth when they compete in championship level within these championship titles. As an example, Manny Pacquiao, he first became Oriental and Pacific Boxing Federation, that's the federation from the Orient, in the flyweight division. Then he won the international title. Then he won the WBC flyweight championship. He lost, then he moved on to flyweight, I guess, directly to super bantam, I guess. He skipped a couple of divisions because of the weight. Then he won again the WBC International, and that process is the one that most fighters have. You win the national title, then the international, then you move up in the ranks and start getting experience. So that is what the WBC has. In the world, we have the world champion, in very few instances, interim champion, and the newly created concept franchise. But we only have two franchise champions. We have the world champion, and we only have one or two interim champions when a champion is not available to defend, or where there's a situation like the one I have explained with the silver. We do have the silver championship, which is like the Division 2, or in baseball. How do you call it? The minor leagues?
So, minor leagues, yeah.
Wait, so the silver belt is a minor league belt?
You're not in the big leagues, so to speak, yet.
I don't want to diminish the silver, but it's level 2.
And
the silver.
And when does the silver get a shot to be, respected, I guess, or considered more than a level 2 or a triple league or minor leagues? Oh man, because
Holly's winning.
Ryan Garcia entered the ring as the silver champion of the WBC. Luke Campbell was a silver champion a couple of years ago. So is that stepping stone that moves you up to the next level?
When do you grant that silver title? Because I know some silver champions that ain't getting no shot, man. When is O'Shaquie Foster getting his shot? He's been your silver champion, for maybe 2 years now.
Well, he has been unfortunately inactive. He just had a very good win against Roman, and that is putting him in the mix. But O'Shaquie Foster, if you look at his activity in the last couple of years, unfortunately, he was not as active as he should have been, and he has not been given the opportunity to fight the good fights. Again, we are not promoters.
That's right.
And I am not saying that he has a bad promoter, all to the contrary. Ludi Bell is a great promoter. And I believe O'Shaquie is coming to get his shot in 2021 because he deserves it.
But is there no order of things? Okay, once I get to that WBC silver strap, 12 months later or one fight later, or they'll mandate an elimination for me. Well, when I get to silver, how do I proceed?
When you get the silver championship, you will be ranked in most cases in the top 5. The WBC does not rank automatically. You have to be ranked by merit. So you might be the silver champion, but might not be the number 1 contender. That's a fact. So most of them are ranked between 5 and 3, and most of them get the opportunity to fight a final elimination or even go to the title directly. Danny Garcia was a silver champion. Canelo, Eric Morales, many examples, but it's just the stepping stone. I don't know if I resolved the question that was out there.
Yeah. You did.
We have only one world champion per division. There's a few, as I said, interim that could happen, and the franchise, I would just take it into a different. It
realm.
Is something that. I'm sorry, Alex?
No, taking it to a different realm, the franchise.
Right.
And
so man, I don't want to keep. You got more? Go. You go. I'm sorry.
No, some of the people, man, they wanna know your opinion or what do you think about a certain fight? Let me just get it up again. Think it was.
While you do that, I got Killer Kells. Killer Kells in Cali says, just showing love. You fellas are killing it. Shout out to the WBC chief for sitting down in the hot seat and taking on the tough questions. So no questions, just showing you love, Mauricio. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Mauricio, My Iron Throne wants to know your thoughts on Jose Ramirez.
That's Alex Lemon in Fresno, California.
Okay, that's Alex Lemon, one of the participants in our Border War series. And he says, thoughts on Jose Ramirez versus Taylor?
Ramirez is a tough fighter. He's sensational. Great story. What he does in the community. He's a hero for humanity, as he was awarded this year. And he's tough. He's a very, very solid champion. I'm very proud of him. And Josh Taylor, he's a fighter that could bring to be a sensational fight. So that should take place, and hopefully we'll have a sensational event.
I think that is basically it. Let me see. Okay, is that from check George in Dallas Fort Worth? Make sure that's not for Mauricio. Chistov Chizzy did say, did Mauricio just compare Lewis and Duran to Yildirim? I think that's it. Mauricio, man, thank you for being a good sport. This was not the conversation I wanted to have with you, FYI. I'm still going to do that, but we're still getting prepared because we have something really exciting to talk to you about. But we do appreciate your time on a Sunday, showing you're a true champ, man. We appreciate you. Go take your walk and stay healthy. And thank you again. If you want to give out any social media, you can do so. And just once again, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, and have a blessed Sunday. Let's have a great 2021. This is the year of boxing, and we're just going to see so much things happening. I'm very, very happy and excited about it. We have a WBC Boxing in Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, of course, Facebook, and my own is WBC MORO, or Mauricio Sulaiman, a WBC Moro. Thank you so very much. Have a great Sunday.
Same to you. Thank you.
You too, Mauricio.
Enjoy, man. Stay blessed, and thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Go ahead. We'll leave off
There
with
you have
the
it,
with
ladies
the song.
and gentlemen.
Soy el jefe de jefes, señores.
El Jefe of the WBC. Fantastic interview. Thank you for everybody that participated, not only with your Patreon questions, but your Super Chats. We tried our best to make them as politically correct. I know some of you obviously have no chill. But we do.
That's for real.
but we do, and we want to continue to get these guests on the show. We want to continue to get you guys the answers that you want, and hopefully this was the answers. You know, now you guys have a lot of favorite fighters. There's a lot of Charlo fans here, man. I need somebody to clip those 2 portions of me talking about Charlo to Mauricio and basically campaigning for his mandatory shot. Let's get that to him. You clip it, send it to me. I'll re-upload it as a separate video. We'll get that to him just so he knows it's not always hate. There is some love. We understand that, you know, politically and technically things should have went his way and they didn't. But we also understand that in boxing, when things don't go your way, you got to make your own way. And that's just something I like to campaign for. But I do sympathize with the situation, and that portion of the interview was that because, you know, this is supposed to be a blue-collar sport. This is supposed to be the poor man's sport. So if I don't have the shiny promoter and the great advisor, I'm supposed to just work hard and get to the champion because I worked hard, because I became the mandatory challenger. So it's an unfortunate situation when any mandatory challenger gets there and doesn't get his shot simply because he doesn't bring in the revenue. For instance, Oshaki is number 4. You know, is he ever going to get a shot with Shakur being up there, Burchelt being up there, Valdez being up there? Like,
and they've been so consistent and active that he's kind of fallen behind the wayside. You got to be in front of the camera. You got to be. And if you're not active in the ring, you got to be in front of the camera some other way, somehow.
Forget active. Relevant. Those guys are just more popular. Those guys have a bigger promoter. Those guys, you know, that was the question we missed. Like, does a Shakur, since his purse is gonna be more, make more of a decision getting a WBC shot than a Oshaki? Because you get a bigger cut. We forgot that question.
I'd say, you know, I don't know the answer, but I'd say to a certain extent. You know, when I talk to Mauricio, I just realized more and more that there's just so many moving parts in our sport. And it's hard to get an actual answer like the ones you're trying to get. Like, it should be like that, right? You know, I do a certain amount of work, I beat a certain amount of guys, I get a certain title, and I'm supposed to be lined up to get mine. And it doesn't always work like that. It just doesn't. I wanted to get to some more of these super chats that weren't questions.
Hold on a second. Before you do that, that's exactly why that one white boy is mad at Ness. But continue.
No, you can't. Listen to me. Again.
No, what I mean is it's explanation. I'm not throwing
I hear you, but even though it's a joke, he isn't ranked. Oshaki got a silver title.
You're right, but I'm saying if everybody feels like they need to do this and do that and do that to get where they got to get to, and when they do this and do that and they hear something different, the reaction is that
he didn't do anything yet.
I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you, but
situation to bring up.
But for him, for the fighter, he felt like his conversation with you, it changed from then to now. That's his.
There's no way that it changed. I always made it clear, and it's actually in text in the Border Wars chat. I always made it clear that if that one white boy could beat DeMarcus for Surefire D, it would be something where he can petition, but it still has to get approved. Listen, I'm trying to do it without silver titles and interim titles and all that. It's just one champion, one contender. So just become him. Become him. Like, people make it so difficult in Border Wars. There's no interims. There's no regional belts. Just become him. All you got to do is fight and be number one. That's it. That's it.
And I know you can do it, man. You got to
set that soft shit up, man. Set that soft shit up, man. For real, though.
Let's get into some of these super chats, man. Much love from the TBV fan, man. I'll go ahead and say Showkit 2005 says, great interview, Ness, but he be capping. Did he mention Lennox and Duran? Hit him with that soundbite. He sound like Canelo's promoter to me. Shout out to Showkit. And then I don't know if you read Sarcastic Sarcasms. He said, in reference to dropping the 160-pound belt, I eat a feast, and when I get up from the table, I don't give a fudge who get the leftovers. Canelo, period. I'm sorry, meant Floyd.
Yeah, that was Floyd. It's in our intro.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And you got a Kells showing love again, and we got Damian Arnold. We did get Alex Lemon. Shizzy Shiz, shout out to you. Shizzy Shizzy Harrison says that tank accusation was from WBC public relations representative. How we be crooks discount that? And he hit him with a gut punch on that. Oh! And Coach Rivera said, I mean undefeated, because he was making a correction on his previous super. And we have one. Did you read this one from Shiz? Shizzy was going in. Funny how a cheater like Jimenez gets We Be Crook support, but Wilder gets no support in his claims after defending the title so many times. Well, Mauricio did touch on that a lot, and what are his feelings and such about that. Coach Herrera came in and says BS because Yildirim lost his fight. Last fight, he is a mandatory and not Benavidez. That is still undecided and had that belt twice. Yeah, Yildirim is definitely not as shiny of an opponent to be looking forward to, but you just never know, man. I mean, he did mention his amateur background. I know it doesn't mean much once you enter the pros, but it's got to count for something. Okay, we got Chizzy, man. Chiz stuff was going in. This is Clown Cake, We Be Crooks. Sounds like a new clothing line. All right. C-Dub, why interim for Ryan when Devin is healthy? Mauricio did touch on that, on what was the reason for him having that interim. So hope he answered that question for you, champ. Teddy B Midwest Sports Talk says, I'll bet the bank on Tank versus Ryan, a dog. What the fuck? And then Easy Boy, Ness read your question, cleaned it up a little bit, but hopefully you got your answer. And Coach Rivera, y'all mad disrespectful. Pedraza, 2-time world champ. Campbell end up short twice. So Davis versus Garcia is not a 50-50 fight. Davis catch him, he is done. Done dilly.
Shout out to WB Boxing for posting us on his Instagram, man. Thank you for supporting. Any way that you share the show, any way that you share this show on your social media, on any portion of the internet, is gonna help us grow. And I'm gonna repost you, man, on all forms of social media. So, man, just thank you for that. And we appreciate it. We appreciate it, man.
Another one, CRB1. I think social media followers does not equal subscribers. Fact. And I turned around and said something else. He says, Tank on TV, Ryan on obscure app. We did read that one. And I think that's about it, unless I hit the refresh and there is more.
Any final thoughts on the afterthoughts Sunday? If not, let's open up these phone lines, see what the people got to say.
The people must speak.
Francis.
Yo, if you have it, you already know what it is. That time of the day. It's that time of the day where
That was an accident. That was truly an accident.
You already know what it is.
Another one.
We with it again. So listen, man. This is what you got to do. Ryan Garcia put on a sensational performance last night, moving from a prospect to a contender. So what you got to do is you got to go ahead and smash that thumbs up button and the subscribe button, because it does help with the visibility and to go to the show. We had Mauricio Sulaiman on a Sunday morning. He negated his WBC walk to talk to you, the people. So you, the people, got to go ahead and smash that thumbs up and subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Border Wars 10, March 13th.
Killer combo.
Border Wars 10, March 13th, sunny Florida. You don't want to miss it, man. Thank you. Shout out to all the people who are participating. It's going to be an amazing event. We got Doomy, we got Ness, we got myself, we got a bunch of people that's going to be on the card. Shout out to all y'all. But let's get out to these callers. Let us know what you think. Everything that Sulaiman said, let's talk about it. Let's go.
Let's just real quick before we do that, Francis, I had another one that came in from A-Zap Sam. He said, if Ryan doesn't fight Haney next, will Fortuna have to fight Haney next? Teofimo ducking everybody now that he has the French fry title. That one slipped in last minute there. You did read DFW, Dallas Fort Worth. So I believe that we have read all of them, and I'm on the chat, guys. Things were moving pretty fast, so if anybody feels as though we've missed their super chat, please let me know on the chat. Don't super chat, but just let me know on the chat, and we'll handle that. No man left behind. And my final thoughts on all this. Listen, man. You had a kid that he was just being portrayed as an internet star, IG guy. People weren't too confident about his grit, and Ryan Garcia, to me, and I hope that for many of you, he's answered the question. The kid, you might say, oh, he doesn't have a chin. Let me tell you something. When you get hit in the chin solid like that, you're going down. All right, unless you're a special specimen of the likes of Triple G or something. All right, one of the best chins I've seen in the last 10-15 years. So don't say that he doesn't have a chin. All right, if he didn't have a chin, he wouldn't have gotten up the way he did and walked his man down. He got up, he showed true grit, and he finished his opponent. So he answered a lot of questions for me. Ryan Garcia needs to be taken more seriously, and his development is there. I'm seeing it happen. Whether he's ready for Tank next, it's just going to be about game plan and corrections that he has to make. I did see some things that I would like him to work on, but these things that can be easily worked on. He has a tremendous team, a great mentor in Canelo Alvarez. So I think the kid's headed for greatness, man. And a fight with Tank, Devin, any of those is a huge hit. He's bringing all that internet stardom with him, and now he's starting to show and prove and let people know that he's the real deal. So congratulations to you, Ryan Garcia. And Campbell, what can I say? I wasn't expecting you to knock him down, so you can't forget about Campbell, man. You got to give him his flowers too. He had a lot of people afraid. He had a lot of people hugging themselves in the in the crowd when Ryan went down. So he made it a good fight. And what can I say, man? You get hit in the body like that, bro. It's hard, and I'm always looking at the guy's face to see if he's extra faking it, trying to find a way out. There was no faking that body shot. There was no faking the pain, the excruciating pain that Campbell was feeling. It was a well-placed punch, and he finished it. So congrats, Ryan.
Yes, sir, man. Let's go out to these phone lines. We're gonna go to the sponsors real quick and get it going.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
All right. I want to remind you to go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already done so. We're at 117,315. We're trying to get to 118,000. And like I say every day, the broken record doesn't stop playing. Tell a friend, because only you can get us there. And we're trying to crush these goals, man. 2021, we're trying to knock down all barriers, and only you can help us do that. The number to call in, 14255695241. Press Una vez. One time. Do 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 do. Remember that? Nah. Alright, we going out to New Orleans / Dallas.
So you hating?
I'm that guy. What you want to bet on? Bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? Easy. Let's bet $1 million easy. And I for the bread. When I him, y'all gonna say he was too weak on my life.
Okay, bow down, bitches. I'm about to handle business. I'ma teach you all a lesson. This'll only take a minute. Got a part and all this passion in my blood. Niggas hating just because. Think about it. Everybody love Bud. J-Mac, where you at? All these niggas hating on me. Shit is whack. So official with it, don't check stats. Hey, I'm out here trying to get it. Next, I only got a minute. Get ready for the Mac attack.
Mr. Mac Attack.
Mac Attack, come into the light, brother.
Mr. Mac Attack. All right. Brother of Mac Attack, are you available? All right. One in the BX.
Right before you get to the next one, we did miss one from LV Slugger real quick. Was pretty good. Canelo versus Charlo is a nemesis fight for both. We wanted Canelo versus Charlo before Bud versus Spence. When we finally get it, it will be huge. Hashtag 1 million pay-per-view buys. Damn, yo, they really believe in this Charlo Canelo fight. I do too, man. I do too.
Mm-hmm. We got Coach Rivera. Are you available? Crickets. Oh no, we got Coach. What
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah, man. That
Oh shit. Skype said.
Yo, Coach is about to go in. They hit him with the Thor's hammer. Damn.
The sniper on the roof got him.
Jesus.
Yo, he got hit with the stray bullet. Coach,
and lost his last fight. It's a mandatory.
Coach, you got to start over, man. We weren't able to hear you, man. And you got hella background noise.
Can you hear me now?
We hear you now.
I'm saying that how Yildirim is mandatory and not Benavidez that has won the belt twice.
Nah, Benavidez missed weight. You can't get rewarded for missing weight.
Okay, he missed weight, but how he's Yildirim is ranked higher than Benavidez.
He's ranked higher by default. Benavidez is number 1.
Yeah.
Yildirim is ranked higher because he was already the mandatory.
But how he's ranked higher if he lost his last fight?
Because remember, he shouldn't have lost it, right? It was a poor decision or some shit like that. So like,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's still there as a loss. You cannot go because you think he won. The paper say he lost. He should not be the mandatory.
I mean, listen, when
like Mauricio said, you should not go as a fan. So if you think he's winning and you're going on his favor, you're being a fan.
Not technically, man. If you seen the fight and it's blatantly obvious, but I get what you're saying.
I don't know. He just there's a lot of corruption. He caters to the famous because he knows they bring the most money for the WBC.
I get you, and
it's his opinion. He's entitled to it.
No, but
yeah,
I
definitely.
Look, who doesn't cater to what's gonna suit their business or better?
But remember, the sanctioning bodies are just one factor in making a fight happen.
Yeah.
Remember, he said they're not promoters, so there's a lot of moving parts, and it's frustrating though. I feel you, Coach.
St. Louis ain't fresh. Puerto Rico was good.
Damn, that's now you're gonna say you came to me and I never answered, bro.
What you mean? I'm going to you. Juan.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
I come back to you. Nah, I gotta come back. I already got the other Puerto Rico on, baby. We got it. What's up?
Man, what's good, man? I just wanted to go ahead and break it down, bro. When it comes to Ryan Garcia, man, He did everything I told everybody he was going to do yesterday. He handled business, had an amazing jab. I did say 8th and 9th round. Now, he got it a little early by the 7th, so I was a little off with that. But, I mean, he just looked spectacular. Even when he got knocked down, you know, everybody's clowning on him about that. And I was nervous. So I'm like, damn, because it's the way he said he fell sideways. You feel what I'm saying? So I thought, like, damn, it's going to be hard for him to get up. But it's like he had done that already and was used to it, you know, got up and handled business. Last but not least, I just want to see him face Devin Haney in this order. Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez, then by next year of this time, face Gervonta Davis in the biggest super fight since, you know, maybe Oscar versus Floyd, maybe. You know, just think if they both talk it up and they build the fight up correctly. It can be something bigger than we can even ever imagine. But anyway, that's my call, man. Ness, great show, great content. Appreciate everybody on the panel. Peace.
Hey, Ant.
Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Ant.
What's good, bro?
You got a personal super chat from Troy Killer Entertainment King. Says, Ant Fresh, my guy. All right, what's that? You're wilding on your phone right now. Well, hopefully you heard that. He was doing Morse code, like, oh, all right, let me send a Morse code saying thank you.
You can do that too.
Let me see here. We got. Is this my man? Oh, this not Tanara. Oh, this a New Memphis or Mississippi? Excuse me, New Mississippi. New Mississippi. Who this?
This Tanara in there.
What? Man, you got like 8 numbers. I got a 462 for you.
Stupendous.
Change that. This my new number. This my new joint right here. That's why Sony Woods couldn't get to me yesterday.
Yes.
Hey, what happened?
That can be the reason.
All right, so this what I want to say, Ned. Listen to me now, and listen to me good. I want everybody in the chat room to stop what they doing and listen to me. We as boxing fans, we need to cut Canelo Alvarez out because he is a cancer. He is causing us not to see the good fights that we need to see. Mauricio Sulaiman is trying to say that this dude that he about to fight is the same comparison as Lennox Lewis and Roberto Duran, and we all know that is not the case. Okay, Canelo Alvarez, we need to stop watching his fight. We need to stop talking about him until he fights Charlo. And until then, to hell with Canelo Alvarez, because he is a cancer and he is not good for boxing.
I can't ride with you on that one, champ. He making the biggest fights. But I hear you. What the
fuck is wrong with this guy, man?
I just hope that when he beats or faces Charlo, they don't turn around and say, oh, well, it's Andre. He ducking Andre for real. It wasn't Charlo that we really wanted to fight. We really wanted to fight Andre because, you know, you got to make up your mind. Is he ducking them both? Do you want both? Is it one? Who's better than the other? And why should it be both? Shouldn't they have to fight each other so that he only got to fight the one that's considered to be better? Or I guess it's only Canelo that got to fight that goddamn world.
Go away! Go back to the docks where you belong.
K-Boxing in D.C., what up?
Cheap.
Talk to us, champ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's always good to chat with you guys, man. I just want to say, you know, on that Ryan Garcia versus Tank thing, but it just like I said about Earl and Terrence, and I know you guys are going to beg to differ, but I'm telling you right now, when they go to walk these dudes down, and it really don't matter, the same way you see Earl walking through Danny and all of them, when he put them mitts up and walk these guys down, all that slick shit, all that speed and all that is all going out the window. I'm telling you. Earl is going to make the biggest statement against Terrence, and when Tank get a hold of Ryan, Haney, and the rest of them. Have you ever seen Tank in his sparring sessions with Teofimo? Guys, this guy, anybody that don't know the history, don't know shit about boxing, ain't watching these guys. they don't even realize what's coming. That's my talk.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I seen that sparring match when Teofimo was 15. Yeah, I seen that. Yo, Jose Alejandres on the super chat says, "Oh, that dude is an Aki TV subscriber." LOL.
All right. Let me go to Jonathan. Jonathan, no, I got this wrong. Oh shit, that's Mad Bent. What up?
Yo, hello.
What's good?
Can you hear me? Anyway, I want to give a shout out to Ben Chan Cruz on her win last night. Because she fought a lady that was like 10 pounds over the weight. Garcia fight. You should fight Fortuna if Devin doesn't. And he had a good performance, like I said, but it wasn't spectacular. But he showed grit getting off the canvas, right? It was a step up in regards to Ryan. Fighting Campbell was a step up in regards to Ryan. You know what I mean? To the competition he was fighting. And I hope he shows like some extreme improvement, especially defensively, like Conor Ben did when he fought for Miller. And because the names that we're thinking about to throw him in with, he's not ready. Picking his arms out straight, going back in straight line, standing up straight like a damn telephone pole. Campbell just didn't have the dog or the killer instinct to go get Ryan. You know, it's like he got him down and he was surprised. But yeah, that's my call. Great show.
Let's go, champ.
Thank you, man. Back. Who next on the docket?
Telling you, man, that pulling back with his arm stretched out. A lot of people caught that, bro.
Juan in the BX.
Is that Juan from the BX? Chill, Chizzy.
Don't forget it now. Y'all guys just killed me. Homeboy took my song, took my intro.
Hold
and
up,
y'all
I'm gonna hit you with it.
I was about to blow up Mauricio and stuff. And that made me forget it all. Just remember, fellas, don't type. Type when you don't have to Skype or not call Blog Talk, because that's will skip you like 10 times a day. Be safe, fellas.
That was my compadre, Juan from the BX.
Keem in Florida. What up?
There's nothing in the sponge for Izzy. He ain't got nothing in there. Where the team at? Oh, he got J-Mac giving excellent instructions over there to Keem the Dream. The winner by unanimous decisions is Keem the
Keem the Dream. Come on down.
Morning, y'all. Good morning. Y'all can hear me?
We hear you, bro.
Good morning, everybody on the panel. And I was on earlier. I know the topic was like some morning after Ryan Garcia, right? And then you got Sulaiman on. I caught a little bit of that. Sulaiman, man, he's a hell of a politician, boy. I tell you, that man know how to talk. He just come on here so smooth with all the questions, and you know he rolls with the punches well. And then, you know, I said last night on the show what I thought about Ryan. He became a man last night. He showed heart. He showed grit. He got put down. He got up, and he wasn't scared, man. He went for it, and he got it. But he has a lot to work on, man. A lot to work on. And I'm gonna be real. How much do y'all think is the translation is an issue? I don't know if that's working too well for him in that corner. It didn't seem like he was really able to do what Reynoso was telling him to do. And I don't know if it's the language barrier. He's in a tough fight. You know, where's his mind at in that corner? I don't know, man. That might be an issue for him. But yeah, kid's got a lot to work on, man. And you know, I don't think he's ready for Tank. Stay away from Tank. But that's all I got.
I really never gave that much thought, but he talks Spanish. I know that he's probably not like, you know, super fluent.
His father and mother stay in the gym anyway. When he's there, the father, Henry, is always there. So whatever he doesn't understand, the father is there, hands on. He stepped back, but he's there with his son at training. So If there's anything Eddie needs to translate or excuse me, get across to Ryan, I'm pretty sure Henry, the father, can handle
Super
that.
important though. Super important to have that clear cut, communication. You only got a minute, so it's not a out of the park question, but they had to have taken care of these communication problems before they went there.
We got a new caller once you're done.
Boxing Expert had a super chat, and we can go ahead. Y'all mad because King Nello is pound for pound #1. Teofimo did what y'all wish y'all fighter would do, and Ryan just KO'd a real fighter. Ahí, pobrecitas, crying emoji.
All right, new caller in what looks like North Carolina. Who's this? What's your name, champ?
Hey, good morning to everybody. Corey.
Corey, how are you, man?
Cheers.
I'm pretty good, man. How y'all doing?
We're good. You in North Carolina?
Yeah, man.
All right, champ.
I just started watching you guys, man. I enjoy y'all's show. I enjoyed the interview this morning. I did just want to say too, though, that Garcia, man, I really wasn't impressed last night. That dude better stay away from Tank. He better stay away from Devin Haney. Take that dude's advice, that commentator from the zone, and he need to just find him another route, bro. Yeah. And that's my call.
He said he got to circumvent.
Super chat.
Show Kid 2005 says, Boxing Expert, who the hell is y'all? You sound like the hater. I root for all great fighters. I don't care how they look or where they are born. Let's go, champ.
Woo! Let's go, champ. You feel me?
You feel me?
Don't know, Francis.
Y'all are the Canelo haters, man. Come on, guys. Let's play catch up and let's not try to jump off topic here. Y'all are the Canelo haters that consistently come out. Look at all the Canelo haters that came out. Oh, Canelo does this. This show about Ryan, they made it about Canelo, and I get it. We had Mauricio on, so I get it. But y'all, let's not play subliminals and act like y'all is racial. No, y'all is the haters of Canelo. That's why we gave the questions to Mauricio, because he caters to Canelo and Mexicans, and we were specific with that question. So,
Oh, that's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up.
JT, Miami, what it do, champ? Yo, we gonna be in
What's
Florida.
What's happening?
We gonna be in Florida in March.
Where you
man.
at?
We doing border wars out there in March, man. So I hopefully we could connect, man.
What's going on, Ness? Thank you very much for being on the show. What part of Florida are you coming to?
I mean, I'm rooting for the Tampa side. No bullshit.
All right. But I'll come and visit. I'll put in work. I know you need an intern. I'll put in work. Whatever you need on this side, down south. We're ready to put in work.
Let's go, champ.
You the man. Thank you. Talk to us, though.
First of all, I don't know if anyone realized the zone is giving me a package. I paid $100 and it's a deal. I got to see a bunch of fights. And give that plug real quick with your the zone plug.
No,
so
that's right.
Everybody can hear that one more time.
The zone link is in the description, and if you ever need to sign up for the zone, you can find it in every video description, either live show or uploaded video. But thank you, JT, for the reminder.
Always. First of all, hell of a fight, entertaining. You know what I mean? Ryan doesn't need to prove, but that's what a fighter does. It proves every match. So I appreciate the fight. It was really good. I thought he came back. And one more thing for the haters, for all the haters that are on Canelo. Canelo is our Wayne Gretzky or Joe Montana of boxing. Why the hate? I don't understand. Thanks for love.
I think it's just the Mexicans' turn. Like, Canelo is the new Floyd. Floyd had hate, man. I lived through that. Floyd had hate. People didn't love him more than they hated him. He got more hate than he did love, and that's just the way it is when you on top. They hate it, man. They trying to look for a way to knock you down, man. But we got more callers, a lot of them. Crucial, Colorado, what up?
crucial moment.
What's up? Hey, thanks for asking him those questions about Charlo and the mandatory. You a real one for that, even though you're a Canelo fan. But he said it on this show. It's official. Canelo wants to fight Yildirim. They didn't force him to fight him. Canelo wants to fight him. So, and you could go in YouTube and type in Canelo requested franchise right now, and you can see Mauricio Sulaiman saying Lomachenko and Canelo requested that franchise title. He didn't force it on them. So everybody calling us haters for trying to point out facts and showing that Canelo dodged that Charlo fight. Hey, you can be mad all you want, but facts are facts. If that makes me a hater, then it is what it is.
You know, I asked him today, and I didn't hear him say that Canelo requested, and I was specific for him to answer that. I said, listen, Canelo receives a lot of hate. Vasil requested, Canelo did not. So I guess I got to go back to the playback because I definitely asked that question today.
But he said it on Barbershop Conversations. He ain't say it on your show.
Yeah, I mean, you know, which one is the truth, though? But listen, crucial. Thank you. We got Josh, North Carolina, what up? I mean, oh, shit. Yeah, North Carolina, what up?
What's poppin', TBV?
What it do?
Hey,
what up?
Can we do a favor? That Irish guy that speaks Spanish fluently, can we stop comparing him to Floyd? Because last time I checked, when Floyd was fighting, I don't remember him rehydrating every fighter he fought. I don't remember him getting popped for PEDs.
Why are you talking about old news?
No. We talking about new stuff. You compare this man to Floyd, he's nothing like Floyd.
Wait,
he's not making money like Floyd. He might be the money man in the division, in the sport, but he's nothing like Floyd. He's not making $100 million a fight. Floyd was never rehydrating every fighter he fought. Floyd was not skipping 2 weight divisions to fight somebody we didn't give a damn about. Come on, man.
This Floyd 2005.
Stop comparing this Irish guy that speaks Spanish fluently to Floyd Mayweather. He's nothing like him. He's fighting on the app.
You're right. He
My man's fighting pay-per-view.
He greater.
Canelo.
He greater. First of all, this is Floyd 2005 when
Floyd said he was next. As soon as he beat him.
Listen, this is Floyd 2005 when Floyd was fighting on Showtime, receiving what, 32.50 million guarantee. Canelo was receiving from Dazn 36-something million. This is that Floyd, man. And as far as Floyd not jumping up 2 divisions to fight somebody you ain't want, is because guess what? He never jumped up 2 divisions to fight anybody. He only jumped up to fight Oscar, Cotto, and that was 1 division from 47 to 54. You know what I'm saying? He never did the Gennady fight that we asked for. Not me, because I'm not no dude that want to see somebody get killed. And at the time that people wanted Floyd to fight Gennady, Gennady
was a killer.
He was looking like a killer, even though he ain't never faced nobody. It made sense. Even his own father said he would never fight Gennady. You understand? Even though he beat Canelo, he said he would never fight Gennady, right? But that's what Canelo do. With your fighter that you talking about, that you claiming and capping that ain't greater than this one, he doing that. He fighting dudes 5 divisions above his. You understand? It's a little bit different. A little bit different. But
Before you go to the next caller,
you can
ignorant
like
boxing.
what you want. You can like what you want. You understand? Not everybody like steak. Some people like chicken. So it's all good.
Or turkey. But Ignorant Boxing says Tank versus Ryan 2021. Don't stay away, Ryan.
Floyd started at 130 and Canelo started at 140. I mean, let's talk.
Yo, CYP says Counterpunch added to my call.
Is he on Skype or let me? Oh no, this is him here, right? I think I know your shit by heart already. Yo.
Y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't even want to say that no more because you hear me is blowing up. But anyway, listen, man. The reason why I want this added onto my call, and if I go over, charge me. I'll pay it directly. This needs to be said in 2021. Like, I'm tired of playing. Let's make it serious because this black versus Mexican thing is getting out of hand. I got Mexican family. They know I love them. People know that. So if anybody keep it real, I keep it real. If there was no franchise belts,
then the Black American community would not be complaining. We would not be complaining. We did what we were supposed to do, moved on up through the rankings to become mandatory, and the shot got taken from us. That's why we are mad. It's not about Canelo being on top. It's not about Teofimo being on top. It's about opportunities being taken from only black fighters with the 2 franchise belts. Both franchise belts affected 2 black fighters, and then you got the Latino fan base celebrating. That's very odd because we both struggle. Black and Latinos struggle in America, but it seems like the Latinos are okay with opportunities being taken as long as it benefits them. Secondly, this is the truth. If you look at all the Mexican great fighters, all of them, and then you compare all the black great fighters, let's do some names. We talking about Hearns, Ward, Roy Jones, B-Hop, Spence, Crawford, Hagler. We talking about all of them. Then you're talking about Chavez, Canelo, Barrera, Castillo, Marquez. Those fighters, put them side by side. There's one thing that the Mexican fighters have went through that the black fighters have not. Every single one of them Mexican legends have lost to a better black fighter. Every single one. Look at those black fighters I just named. Never have they lost to a Mexican fighter. Stop trying to pretend like we are scared of you or we are jealous of you. Cut the bullshit. Your favorite fighter is a black dude. Stop disrespecting us. This shit is getting out of hand, man. Y'all have a happy new year. CYP out.
Yo, that'll be my Christmas gift to you, was the remainder. No need to bill you for the second part of that. I mean, look, it was a good call because I can't say that I don't see that, and that's exactly why I spoke for
I just don't think it's about black.
Hold on. That's why. No. Listen,
Latino, white, it's about the green. And when y'all understand that, y'all be free from all this mierda that keeps coming up.
Because Floyd didn't go through this. Floyd got his opportunities because he represented a check. But I get CYP. That's why I did bring up to Mauricio, Charlo. He was affected. Haney was affected. Oshaki isn't going nowhere. Dillian White didn't really go nowhere with these silver titles, right? So I get what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? A dude like Oscar Valdez is gonna get more favor in the WBC. There's no denying that, man. But that's how I led the interview. He's a Mexican who started a Mexican sanctioning body. You guys are tripping if you expecting him not to be biased to his own roots. I'm out here campaigning for Elvis. For me, Elvis is the best thing that happened in 2020. But he's Dominican. My parents Dominican. My children half Dominican. So like, I don't know which I want. Like, that's some natural shit. It's natural. It's not gonna be. The bias is natural, man. Like, you gonna root for your. And we can't stop the Mexican black rivalry. What you talking about? That shit dates back forever. That's part of boxing. Like, that's part of boxing. He needs that. We need to build up the nemesis for Canelo because he needs that. Even though y'all want to act like Daniel Jacobs, you know, Austin Trout, Islam the Lord, none of them dudes black. All of a sudden, Charlo's become the new black guy. Like, it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he lost to Floyd, who's black. He fought Austin Trout, who's black. He beat Daniel Jacobs, who's black. You know, Islandri Laura's Afro-Cuban. I mean, come on, man. We got to just stop the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went through a list of Mexican fighters that did all these XYZ great things but lost to black fighters, but he ain't go through this Mexican fighter's name and how many black fighters he's beat and lost to. Okay? Fuck all of them. We talking about this one. We call this one King Nello. This one lost to one black fighter. Bottom line, no matter what you say about anybody else, I don't care about Barrera and whoever, this one didn't do what you're saying the others did. This one lost to one. And Floyd is great. And that's why it will never matter. As much credit as fucking PBC likes to come in here and take from Seattle, right? About, oh, he beat the horchata out of the cinnamon. That's beautiful because look at what has happened from that loss. You know? Rose from the concrete, man. What you got? We got super chats because I feel like I got a lot coming in.
We do. We got Suede Puma on the super chat. Says Floyd started making real money when he was the B-side against a washed Oscar when Floyd was 30 years old. Canelo just turned 30. Ness, compare resumes at 30.
There is no comparison, man. There is no comparison. Canelo doesn't compare to Floyd because his resume is greater than Floyd's because he has been fighting longer. He's been, and he's not done. Just yesterday, that's like a whole nother show. But I'm going to fucking give it to you. Just yesterday, there's a clip where he says, he's only fighting 6 more years, but he's going to miss it. He's like, and he's all English. I'm going to fucking miss it. Starts throwing punches and everything.
I like seeing him like that, man. We always get this stoic version of him.
Yo, listen, man. It's not even over. People comparing him to Floyd now because he's that great now. But it ain't over for him. It ain't over. He got 6 more years. 36 years old is when he's going to think of retirement, man. It's not over. And as far as, I don't need you to spend that money, CYP. I like the engagement. He said, he lost to Floyd and then he hasn't fought a black fighter that we think will beat him or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. I'm fucking your shit up. Basically, he's saying he ain't fought Charlo yet or he's running from Charlo. Bottom line is Daniel and Austin and Laura, right? All you got to do is date it back. All 3 of them dudes have more hype and claim to a shot at Canelo than Charlo has, okay? Austin, because he upset the apple card and beat the Hall of Famer in Cotto, right? And he was undefeated, plus beat Canelo's brother. Laura, because he was the man universally at 54. Not the Charlos. Charlos trained with him. Laura was the champ. But nobody like to talk about that. They like to say Canelo somehow ducked Charlos at 54. All right? So he beat Laura, who disrespected him, came on the press conference, stole the mic, all that shit. Fought him. So somehow that dude ain't good enough now. Jacobs, who beat Peter Quillen, who was undefeated in a knockout punch at the time. Right before Peter Quillen fought Jacobs, he knocked down Rosado 6 times. Who just didn't get knocked down by Jacobs. Jacobs then beats Peter Quillen and then goes on to fight Gennady Golovkin in a good fight. Right? Becomes champion again, beating Derevyanchenko, who everyone says beat. All right? Who everyone says beat Charlo. Beating Derevyanchenko, who's Charlo, CYP's favorite fighter, biggest win, right? Canelo unifies the division with Daniel Jacobs, but somehow CYP is lying to the public and saying that Daniel Jacobs is not a worthy black fighter. I guess he ain't black enough, right? So Canelo beats him after beating Derevyanchenko undefeated before Gennady struggled with him, okay? But somehow Canelo's avoiding black fighters. Y'all tripping. All those 3 fighters have done more than Charlo. Charlo's biggest win is Austin Trout, who Canelo beat 10 years ago? Or are you going to say that his biggest win is Derevyanchenko, who obviously lost to Daniel Jacobs, who Canelo unified with? Like, you guys just got to stop and respect. Just stop and respect. Easy.
Let me get to this super chat from Showkit 2005, which says, I just want to see great fights. I don't care who wins. Me and Mario are going to settle this debate. Laughing my ass off. And check out Easy Boy 88 Sonny's super chat. It was erased by one of our moderators, and I want to know why.
Let me see here.
And obviously, Mr. CYP has a counter punch.
Let's see what Easy Boy said. Walking
Easy
at fine. Oh, no, it says message deleted on my end, too. Let me see. Let me see.
Yeah, moderators, before you do that, just, allow us to at least see it if we missed it on the go, just so that we know what's going on. We appreciate the moderators, of course, but just to keep it even keel.
I don't know that they can delete it, though.
Well, it was deleted on the chat.
Oh, it says by Bama Bo. It says by Bama Bo. So, Bo, text me, please. Let me see that. Hopefully, you took a screenshot.
Yeah, hopefully you took a screenshot.
Let's go to CYP Counterpunch.
Mr. CYP.
We're not going to argue. You could believe that Austin Trout did more to receive the fight than a 2-division champion in Charlo. Charlo has never been knocked out by a Pirog like Jacobs was. Remember, Jacobs was already knocked out. He already lost to a Pirog. Like, Charlo is undefeated. Undefeated 2-division champion. Doesn't deserve the fight, but a 2-loss one-time champion at the time, he deserves more. See, you could agree with that if you want to agree with that. That's totally fine with me. And you said Trout, who Canelo beat, what, 2 years? Hold on a second. Didn't Daniel Jacobs lose to Johnny Golovkin 2 years prior to him losing to Canelo? Didn't Trout lose 2 years prior to losing to Canelo? Come on, man. Like, so it's okay.
Trout did not lose 2 years prior. Trout was undefeated. You wrong. So I don't know what you mean about that. And how is that win not greater? So let's get this straight. You heard what he said? He said Trout ain't a good win for Canelo, but somehow Jamal Charlo is more deserving because he's a 2-time champ. But as a 2-time champ, what is his 2 greatest wins? Oh, that's right. Trout and Derevyanchenko. 2 common opponents with the guy in question. One lost to the one you're trying to say isn't worthy of a shot at Canelo, which was a unification for the IBF. And then the other, somehow, you're saying wasn't worthy when he was undefeated. When he fought Canelo, he was undefeated. But anyway, he's got another one.
Got another one. And first, let me get to this Potato Chip 777. Shout out to you, champ. Says, respect your argument about Canelo. He is the man. And I think that's great for boxing. He lost to Lara, in my opinion. Great work, fellas.
Thank you, champ. CYP. Counter punch.
Counter punch.
Change the segment of the show because you get people's words mixed up and then you cut them off. No, my man. I'm talking about the time frames. If the time frames don't matter for Canelo, then they shouldn't matter for Charlo. Trout lost to Charlo after he lost to Canelo. And Jacobs lost to Canelo after he lost to Triple G. It happens. People lose. And last time I checked, Trout was only 30 years old when he lost to Charlo. He was only 30. He was 27 when he fought Canelo. Like, dude's still in his prime. Like, literally. So to erase Trout as a big win because he fought him later, he was only 30, my man. He only lost to champions by that time. So cut the bullshit. Trout was still a valuable opponent. If Jacobs was, then Trout was. We got to give both of them their credit. I'm not taking credit away from neither. I'm actually giving credit to both. Understand what I'm saying?
But CYP, understand that this is free time. I want to debate now. This is free time. But understand that what I'm saying is you're trying to give Charlo more credit for the dude that actually beat Trout as an undefeated champion coming off the biggest win still. Okay, Trout's biggest win still to this day is Miguel Cotto. You can't erase that just because you want to win an argument.
No, man, that's not what I'm doing. What I'm telling you is Trout has lost to every single big fighter except for Cotto. So does it matter that he beat Cotto if he lost to all the rest of the good guys? Does it not credit them?
Does it not
credit them? So they don't get credit.
You really gonna say does it matter that he beat Cotto?
No, listen to me. Canelo has lost to Floyd. So if somebody else beats Canelo, it doesn't matter because he already lost to Floyd? No, it does matter because Canelo is still a good fighter. It doesn't matter if you take a loss. So if Leo loses now, it doesn't matter because he lost to Tank. Like if Lomachenko loses to somebody else, it doesn't matter.
Listen, cut it. I get your argument, right?
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
But what you're still not getting is that Trout, who we love, who sponsored the last Border Wars, was still never as good again as he was when he fought Canelo, right? He came off the biggest win of his career. He never again got that level win. He didn't beat Jarrett Hurd. He didn't beat Jamal Charlo. He didn't beat Jamel Charlo. He never again got to the height of beating Miguel Cotto. He could have if he would have beat one of those names. He would have showed. Just like I'm saying Canelo, who lost like Trout versus Floyd and has gone on to come back and show you how good he is. But whatever, it's neither here nor there. I mean, I got a family event, so we're gonna go straight through it. Damn, he went another super chat.
Just real quick, super chat. Ignorant Boxing says, then he ducked narrative had been going on for years. Is that an excuse to fight nobodies? Why doesn't Jermell unify with Andrade?
No, because it's when it comes to anyone else doing anything else, politics matter, promoters matter, across the street matter. But when it's Canelo, he's the big fish. He can do whatever he wants. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters for Canelo. Just make him work. Everyone else sit there under their little umbrellas with their Mai Tais waiting for Canelo to give him a shot. CYP counterpunch.
Counterpunch.
Adrian Broner lost to Maidana, and every single loss he had after that mattered to every single dude he fought. Anyway, but listen, did anybody ever think of this narrative between Bud and Pacquiao? A lot of people are saying now, because I was just talking to some dude last night, they say that Bob Arum wanted Pacquiao to lose the WBO belt because Terrence Crawford was going to move up and demand his WBO shot. As you know, Pacquiao never wanted to fight Terrence Crawford. So the way to get out of fighting Terrence Crawford is to lose to Jeff Horn. Then he moves up to Jeff Horn, takes his WBO belt. Pacquiao never has to fight Terrence Crawford. I just want y'all to think about that, because that made total sense to me last night when we was debating offline. That's crazy. I never thought about that. If Bud moves up just like Usyk, he gets a mandatory shot whoever has a WBO belt. If you don't want him to fight, you drop that belt or you lose.
Cut it. Champ. CYP, man. Really. Do you realize that you going on a limb live to say that Manny Pacquiao, a man that moved up 8 divisions, fought Floyd, fought Margarito when Floyd wouldn't fight him, right? Got a rib broke by Margarito, fought Cotto, fought Oscar. Like, Manny decided to get a loss on his resume purposely, right? Because what you're saying is if he would have won the belt, Crawford gets to activate the WBO mandatory, so that you're saying somehow there was a strategic plan in the dark realms, in the back scenes, where he said, yeah, you guys are right. I'm going to take a loss on my resume instead of fighting this guy. That's what you're saying. I just want you to understand that.
Clearing that up. LV Slugger says J-Rock is bigger win than Chenko. Chenko big win at 160. And an Easy Boy 88 Sonny says, Hold up.
I mean, in retrospect, right? Because Williams at the time was a mandatory. He wasn't the unified champ that he became later.
Okay. All right. Easy Boy 88 Sonny says, Bama Bo CYP. Check your race bait and bias. La Raza runs boxing. La Raza is the face of boxing. The fact don't care about your feelings. Bow down. And then Mr. CYP on another counterpunch.
Nah, that one was.
Listen, this is now. This is not a limb. Freddie Roach is on record saying he did not want Manny Pacquiao to fight Bud Crawford. Bob Arum is on record saying the same thing. This is not a limb. Like, I'm surprised we arguing it. This is not my. Remember, I didn't come up with this. But the people, there's other people outside of TBV who talk boxing too. And I'm telling you, if he moves up and he has to fight Pacquiao, you cannot duck anymore. No negotiation. No, I'll take whatever the fuck you're giving me. I want the WBO strap. All of a sudden, Pacquiao loses, and then they offer Pacquiao a rematch, and Pacquiao doesn't even take the rematch. Look it up. Pacquiao turned down the rematch against Horn. He would have had to fight Terrence Crawford. Period. I'm not telling you it's true. I'm telling you it makes sense. But, y'all can disagree if you want. That's why
Cut it. That shit makes zero sense to me. Zero. Here's just a little quick idea, CYP, right? If we're Team Pacquiao, you and I, instead of taking a fucking loss on our resume, right? The way that you're insinuating the team decided was the better idea. Right? Instead of paying people, because what you're saying is someone got paid to make sure Pacquiao lost on the scorecards. So cool. Instead of doing all that, why don't we beat Jeff Horn in Australia? Why don't we just beat Jeff Horn in Australia? We're still the WBO champ. And why don't we just petition, not even petition, we're Manny Pacquiao. We don't have to ask anybody anything. We just go down. Why can't we just, at that time, fight Lomachenko, who was hot and wanted to make the fight at 138 with Manny Pacquiao? Wouldn't that be a way to avoid Terrence Crawford, who arguably was number 1 or number 2 to Vasil Lomachenko, who at the time hadn't lost to Teofimo? Wouldn't that just be a better PR move if you and I worked for Pacquiao? Wouldn't you and I not be able to argue that Pacquiao ducked Crawford if he decided to move down and fight the arguably pound for pound number 1 Vasil Lomachenko? Wouldn't that be a better idea than fucking taking a fucking loss? The fuck is wrong with you? Taking a loss on purpose. I mean, I ain't never heard nothing. Bruh, that got to be the dumbest shit I've ever heard. What fighter is gonna sit down with their advisor and say, yo, you right, I'm gonna take a loss because I'm afraid to fight Terrence Crawford? Oh, Jesus Christ. But I love being the guy that calls shit dumb. Fuck it.
CYP ain't done with you, champ.
You know, it's all right. We're going to go to Bo real quick because Bo was there before he did his little counterpunch.
I'll put you to sleep. Not only trying to block Lewis from getting into the ring, he once told us he knocked down a horse. Remember that? But the horse got up at 4. And he did it with his left. The president elect of Costa Rica guaranteed him $100,000 if his promise comes true of 3 or less. Promoter Don King said he's throwing a Corvette.
He says that he would like to thank God and Don King for this opportunity that he can go forward with his family and progress from poverty, you know.
Yeah, shout out Tabo, Riddick, Bo Mack, and Bo Jackson. I just want to kill the racist narrative that was put out regarding myself. I feel Canelo is pound for pound number 1. I don't care about race or none of that. My favorite fighter currently is Julio Cesar Martinez, someone who most people don't even know who he is, but he a flyweight killer. I feel Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder fair. Like, I don't care about race and all that. I don't care about that type of stuff, man. I like boxing, and I keep it boxing. But as a moderator, if I do see blatantly racist things, which it was a lot of during the Sulaiman interview, I hide it. I don't time you out. I don't block you from the channel. I just hide it. There happened to be a super chat. I hid it. I thought the host would be able to still see it and determine if they want to read it or not. But I was wrong. And I did send next $6 because your super chat was $4.99. So I put a tax on top just to make that clean. So, yeah, ain't no racism over here, baby. Shout out Don King. Shout out Roger Mayweather. Holla at your boy.
Woo! Let's go, champ. You feel me?
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Big Bama Bo, man. And yeah, man, keep it boxing, man. Keep it clean. I know I said on the chat, you know, there's nothing wrong with feeling pride for your culture and all that, but we're keeping it boxing, bro. Ain't no race better than another. Keep that crap off the channel. We are all equal, and we a fam in a sense in this, you know. We could get crazy on the Terror Dome chat, but let's keep it clean, fellas. You know we love boxing, and let's stick to that. We had another super chat coming in real quick. Ness, right. If you wanted to say something before you finish that up, or
I was gonna say, isn't the super chat the CYP counterpunch?
Nah, it's one from Brandon Maurice. He says, we've turned a Ryan Garcia show into a Canelo show. LOL. As a general in the butt tender army, I must admit. Excuse me?
Sorry, CYP does have a counterpunch. Continue. Finish what you're saying.
Oh, okay. I'll read it again. We've turned a Ryan Garcia show into a Canelo. LOL. As a general in the butt tender army, I must admit heavy is the head that wears the crown. Crown emoji. All right, and let's get to the CYP counterpunch.
Yo, and you are a general, so please, when I go to your call, remind me to give you free time. I want your thoughts on this CYP conspiracy about Manny Pacquiao taking a purposeful loss. Like,
oh, Ignorant Boxing did say something. Andrade versus Jamal 2021. They need each other. Been saying this for so long, bro. Stop chasing the golden ticket and let the golden ticket chase you. Go fight the guys that people are gonna start knocking at Canelo's door with a bat.
I disagree with that, Doomy, but yeah.
So you're telling me, okay, and that's fine. But you're telling me that if we've been saying that these guys need to make a name for themselves in order to get this golden ticket. So you're telling me that if Jamal versus Andrade happens, that won't put more pressure on Canelo to
absolutely
on
not.
Jamal and Andrade? Oh no, it won't.
Because
what effect does it have then?
Canelo picks you. You don't pick Canelo. I don't care who you fight. You fight King Kong.
But you can't go on a rant yet. You can't go on that rant yet because I'm asking you a direct question. What effect does that have on Canelo's decision making, or even better, on the decisions of the fans? Don't you think that will put more pressure on Canelo? Yeah, Canelo picks whoever he wants, but don't you think that the pressure's on Canelo more if these guys are fighting each other, winning, and making a name for themselves? What's your position on that?
You want me to answer now?
Yeah.
No. Hasn't changed. In terms of it won't affect Canelo at all. It won't put no pressure on Canelo. It won't be none of that. In my opinion, like I said before, this is the reason why the chat is blowing up the way it is. This is the reason why our conversations continue to go from fighter to Canelo. We start off with a topic and it ends up on Canelo because the simple fact is that Canelo is being talked as being the boss. He calls the shots. People feel like Canelo, because he calls the shots, is ducking people that he's supposed to fight. He's telling you, you go fight this person, and you go fight this person, and there's a possibility that we will fight. Why would you tell somebody not to chase the golden ticket? That don't even... What? What's the point of we doing this for? You gotta go for the golden ticket. I mean,
wait. What are you saying though? What are you referring to?
Everybody's shooting at the... That's why Yildirim want that. He took that step aside because he wanted a shot at the golden ticket. Now, nobody not going to turn down a shot at the golden ticket.
Who said that?
Else. You just said that. He should
did it.
Andre and stay away. Don't chase the golden ticket. Make the golden ticket chase you. The golden ticket ain't chasing you.
No, but Francis, listen, that's all cool. But what we're saying is, if he didn't pick you, my man, which this year looks like you ain't getting picked. We already in 2021. He already said his yeardom. There's already heavy rumors from Eddie, who's negotiating work. My man had a Canelo matchroom mask on yesterday. Eddie already said it's Billy Joe in May. Dazn wants Gennady in September. Why are we still talking about, oh, you don't pick him, he don't this, that? Man, my man, do your own fucking thing. Make your own fucking lane.
Well, you got to remember something. Alex said specifically that Charlo needs Andrade, and I disagree. So
what does he need? No, if he doesn't need him, what does he need? And it was the super chat. It was the super chat.
You're all over the place.
No, listen. It was the super chat. It was the super chat that they said that. He said they need each other in the super chat. It's not Alex. But what I'm saying, what's wrong? What's wrong with that? You ain't getting a Canelo fight in 2021. It's obvious. So what are we saying? Who should he fight if not Andre? You telling me he don't need a unification, but Canelo got to unify and undispute. If he stops at one division, you motherfuckers want him to undispute and unify. So what you talking about? How the fuck does Charlo not need Andre? Tell me, please.
Because he doesn't need him.
Man, you ain't a real boxing fan. We good, man. We good. Let's go to CYP, man. We good. You bullshit. You wasted your time.
Cut me off, so you're not gonna give me a chance to talk. So I was talking to Alex, and you decided to jump in.
How I'm cutting you off? How I'm cutting you off?
Because he backed up on what he was saying. He didn't stand up on why he left.
How am I cutting you off if I asked you a direct question? I asked you a direct question. How am I cutting you off? You chose the one-word answer me. You chose the one-word answer me. You chose to dismiss the question.
And you pushed my answer aside because it wasn't something that you liked.
No, you one-worded. You one-worded, so we going to the counter-punch.
My point is, you asked me a question, I answered you.
No, you one-worded. You one-worded.
Yes, no. No, that's my answer. No, they don't need each other.
No problem. Counter-punch CYP then. You one-worded, I dismiss. It's that simple. CYP, go for it.
You can't dismiss my thought because I want. I don't dismiss your thoughts. That's bad. You gotta cut that out. That shit's whack. Cut that soft ass shit out, man.
CYP.
Yo, all right. Ness, the disrespect is not gonna work in 2021, man. I'm trying to turn a new leaf. You ain't gotta use derogatory language when talking to me.
I ain't say you dumb. I ain't say you dumb, and you know that. That conspiracy, that is dumb.
All right, listen to this. This is from the Herald. Bud Crawford's promoter admits he killed Manny Pacquiao fight because it would only end one way. Bob Arum
I know how it would end. Aram said, not that I knew it would end serious. It would end a serious disability for Manny. That I would not want to see. But as a fight, it would only end one way. Forget my emotions. I wouldn't want to see him take that kind of damage because it might affect the quality of his future life. The possibility of the fight happened in 2016. He chose Horn instead. Controversial loss, but he did not want the rematch. Crawford then moves up.
Cut it. 15 extra seconds there for cutting you off. CYP, please stop. First of all, get a better source than a promoter. Didn't that same promoter say Pulev was gonna knock out AJ? Like all of a sudden now, because he said that Bud would severely hurt Pacquiao, that's more believable than when he said Pulev would knock out AJ in 3. Like, let's just stop with the ridiculousness, please. Please, those arguments are too easy to win. You ripping right now. That's how you lose an argument. I tell you right now, that is how you lose an argument. Niagara Falls, talk to me.
Buffalo, what up, Davidian?
Yo, what's good, TBV?
What up?
I didn't know y'all was gonna go to me so soon. No, I was just gonna say, good interview. I'm still confused about the whole belts and franchise and all that. I just be listening. But respect to Ryan Garcia. He did what I thought he was, so. And I really wasn't, that worried when he went down because he didn't, he wasn't staggering or anything. He just went right back into the fire and kind of pushed, Campbell up against the ropes and was beating him up. So I don't know. He still got a lot of things to work on, obviously. And I think in due time, he's going to be good. Just he gonna get better and better. It was definitely a learning experience for him. So he's a smart. You could see that he was thinking in there. So
cut it.
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingWords.com. I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believes he can win. Go to my kitchen. With the sharpest knife, you cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, what's good? Hey, let me get that soundbite, do me?
Well, let's get that fresh cup for you.
The best part of waking up.
It's TBV in your cut, man. That was a good fight last night. Wasn't he fighting for Devin Haney's mandatory?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think he shouldn't take it. He definitely needs to listen to Canelo and maybe duck people who are slick at fighting. Maybe go a route that's more easier because he would definitely get demolished, get dusted off. His chin is made of granite salt. I don't think he's ready for it. That's my call.
All right.
You're not ready.
Looks like we got. Yo, is that another CYP counterpunch? Or is that the old one? I don't want to leave him holding.
I think that's the old one. I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure.
I think you're right, Francis.
CYP clarify. Trey in the Bay.
Trey in the Bay.
Going once.
Going twice.
2 times. LV Slugger.
Chee.
TBV, what up?
What up, man?
Well, yeah, man, that was a good fight last night, man. Ryan, he looked good, man. Got him up out of there. But yeah, he ain't ready for no tank, man. Canelo even said it himself, man. He on the interview last night said he probably need a couple more fights for that tank fight, man. But I believe when we do get it, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be more of. It's gonna be a closer fight than people think, man. You know what I'm saying? His chin, that's what his chin is suspect, but we gonna have to. He went through the adversity, you know what I'm saying? At all the young crop, ain't nobody really went through the adversity yet, so that might help him out.
LV, do you want Tank to take Ryan as soon as possible now? Is that something that you would want to see, like right now, if you were in Tank's corner?
I mean, of course. I mean, might as well get him out the way, but it's not really for nothing. You know what I'm saying? No belt. It's just gonna be them fight. Don't nobody got nothing at 135. We got that interim, but they ain't fighting for nothing. So I mean, I really wouldn't. I mean, they could though, but it's not gonna be for no belt. So I'd rather see it for a belt rather than just
cut it.
Real quick, Super Chat Candy Slim 501 says Brandon had to mention number 1 Bud. Ryan in 3 over Tank. Hey, Candy Slim, huh?
We got a few more. Keep going, champ.
We do. The next one's coming in from Mr. CYP. No, that was the counter punch. Next one's coming from Ignorant Boxing. And he says, excuse me, Otis Biscuit. That's the next one that I got online. That's Charlo should keep winning and then fight the winner of Triple G versus Munguia. I didn't even know that was happening, but
well, no, it's being talked about, and obviously, you know, Golden Boy acting like that's already happening, and it's the biggest fight in boxing because they lost. Esteban, I saw your footage, champ. I saw your footage, man. Hit me up on Patreon. What's your weight class? I saw your footage. Stick Talk boxing. Did you get to Stick Talk boxing though?
I gotta get to both of them. Ignorant Boxing says Jamal versus Plant. PBC has no one for Jamal, like Top Rank has no one for Bud or Jamal versus Benavidez, since he was willing to chase Canelo at 168.
Yeah, bro, we can make hundreds of fights for them, man. They always gonna want the Canelo fight because of the money that it represents, man. Anything we say is not gonna be as good as Canelo, and it's true. For any fighter, the Canelo fight is the biggest fight. Stick Talk Boxing says CYP had a lot on his mind. Welcome back, champ. And flexing emoji. We got more callers here. Michael, UK, talk to us.
Yeah, like morning after thoughts. Ryan needs a few more fights. One fight, or about the couple of fights I would suggest is Richard Comey fight Linares. Those are the 2 fights I'd like to see him fight next, and I want to see a more accomplished performance from him before I can feel that he's ready to fight a Haney, a Tank, or a Lopez. That's just my opinion on the whole situation. Good win. Obviously, he got up from a knockdown, but let's face facts. It's Campbell he got knocked down by. Do you know what I mean? And Campbell ain't a no knockout artist. So, like, yeah, I think he good win, but I feel like for him to be pushed properly and for him to be a star that he's got to feel potential, Lares and Comey, that's the 2 fights I like to see next. And hopefully that's the fight happening. And Haney, Eddie Hearn, get your money out and get Teofimo Lopez versus Haney for all the belts, all the marbles. Let it happen. There's Eddie Hearn. You got connections. Push that fight to happen. I'm out.
Get that money out, Eddie.
Yo, super chats. Super chats, and CYP says he does have a counter punch.
Okay, let me get to Esteban Anguiano, who says boxing is tribal. That's why we take our shirts off, to show your skin and represent your people, your tribe. Boxing fans will always go with their own race. It's natural. That is my observation.
All right. CYP counterpunch.
Yo, since Bob Arum isn't good enough, Boxing News has an article with Freddie Roach. It was right after he lost to Manny Pacquiao. He was still Manny Pacquiao's trainer. This is what he says. If we fight Terence Crawford right now, he's very athletic, Roach says. He's very mobile. He's like a young Manny Pacquiao. I don't think we want to fight a guy like that at this point. So even before the fight, he said he didn't want it. So we got Bob Arum saying he never wanted to fight. We got Freddie Roach saying they don't want to fight. But, you know, if Ness says it, that's a lie, that's crazy, of course he did, then that makes it right. Not the dudes who train him and manage him, but the YouTuber who's never even talked to Manny Pacquiao. He's the one you should believe. I don't believe any of this shit. I'm just reading you the facts because I'm the lawyer on this, and I think the case is closed. We damn sure are going to mediation. CYP out.
Well, again, if we're going based off your theory, right, again, that I called dumb, which is Manny Pacquiao's team, I got to slow it down for this guy. Manny Pacquiao's team sat him down and said, don't take that fight. The whole Apollo Creed Rocky scene, we don't need that fight. We don't need that fight. And instead, what we're going to do is we're going to take a loss, right? So now he's reading, his witnesses are the promoter, who is allegedly in on this theory that he's bringing up, and now the trainer, who's also allegedly in on this theory that he's bringing up. I mean, just give us something else is all I'm saying. Like, if you're telling me Manny Pacquiao strategically ducked Terrence Crawford by purposely taking a Jeff Horn loss, how is it that Bob wouldn't be a part of that and Freddie wouldn't be a part of that? And somehow you think this is a courtroom and you're some lawyer and that was a credible fucking witness. Bro, get a grip on yourself, man. You're looking horrible. There's people literally saying, leave it alone, CYP. They're literally saying it in the chat. Leave it alone. Like, stop it.
Leave it alone.
But go ahead.
Leave it alone.
Go ahead, yo. He gonna help me get this fucking pool, yo. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I'm not saying it sarcastically or facetious.
Hey, good job. Already got a pool. But listen, there's one college-educated man who studied law between me and you, and that's me, not you. But whatever. Listen, man. The reason why I'm telling you he was okay with the loss that he took is because he turned down the rematch. The way you are okay with a loss is by turning down the rematch. Imagine if AJ turned down the Ruiz fight. Imagine if Wilder was turning down the Fury fight. Imagine if Charlo turned down the Harrison fight. You don't turn down fights unless you're okay with that dude beating you and you want to rebuild and go a different route. So yes, he does have a reason to let the fight go because the next man in line is Terrence Crawford.
Cut it. Okay, CYP, we're gonna again believe you over the legend Manny Pacquiao. We're gonna believe that CYP is right with this theory that Manny Pacquiao purposely decided to take a loss to Horn not to fight Terrence Crawford. When he could have just beat Horn and went down. Beat Horn and moved up. Beat Horn and done so many things without taking a loss. Now, this doesn't make any sense to CYP. This next statement, why, I have no clue. Manny Pacquiao, a legend, who flew to fucking Australia to fight a nobody in Jeff Horn, gets robbed live on TV in what all true boxing fans know was a pretty tough fight, decides, I don't want to fight that dude again because I was robbed, I'm frustrated, and it was tough. No, to him, that's part of the strategic plan to duck Crawford. Nothing to do with Horn, a tough fight, and being bitter that you lost when you didn't lose. The majority don't think he lost. It's a controversial win. That's why the win for Crawford is like, you beat the shit out of him, but Horn wasn't supposed to be champ. It was a Pacquiao robbery. That's how the world remembers it. But boxing expert with the super chat.
Well, nothing much to say there, Ness. Boxing experts simply just put maybe about 15, 20 sad and crying emojis. Yeah. Guessing it's directed towards the legend, CYP.
I bet it is. We got Wes in San Diego.
Hey, what's happening, TBV, man? Hey, always good to talk to you guys, man. Ryan Garcia looked okay last night. Looked decent. As far as a Tank fight, man, we already know what happened in that fight. The only thing that'd be big about that fight is the build-up, Tank being the Mayweather protege, Ryan Garcia having a whole country behind him. But as soon as they get in the ring and the bell goes ding-ding, Tank's gonna dog walk that dude, man. But look, without bringing up Teofimo or bringing up Haney or bringing up Tank, let me ask you guys a question, all three of you. You just give me your opinion. If they was to fight tomorrow, who wins? Ryan Garcia or Chris Colbert?
Chris, man. Chris is too nasty, champ. Yeah. I can't even
But yo, Chris gets hit too, and Ryan show his power real. But I favor Chris too. I think he's defensively better than Ryan.
That's a go one. Chris.
Yeah, but also
he's an artist.
Soon. No, it's also too soon. It's also too soon because Chris is at 130. He's not 135. Ryan is a bigger man. And that weight
a little bit way bigger,
bro. That weight and power, he's been showing more power than Chris. That fight's too soon, but that's dope that you even thinking of Chris with Ryan.
Chris, skill for skill. I'm sorry, I give it to Chris all day.
And defense. Super chat.
Boxing expert came back around, said, "How come CYP never talks about Charla pissing his panties with Andrade or Jacobs running up on Kitty Cat and tell him what up?" LOL. Pobrecita. CYP laugh. No, it's crying emoji. Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish we had that energy. Like, I wish I could do Andre shows and get more than 1,500 views and get some super chats. You know what I'm saying? Like, why don't we campaign for Andre Charlo instead of begging Canelo? Like, Canelo busy, man. He busy for the next year. He booked up, man. He booked up. The fuck? He's booked, man.
Yeah, man. Let's move. Who we got next, man? Because I can't, bro. My ears are bleeding listening to you talk this, bro.
CYP's coming back at you.
Just tell me.
Doggy, I ain't capping. Yo, CYP, what up? Talk to him, man.
But just tell me, is he not booked? Does he seem booked or not?
He looked like he booked.
Right.
He looked like he got his trajectory.
My man, we just had the president on talking about Mexico, man. Yo, CYP with another one?
Yeah, man.
Hold on, I got a sound bite.
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
Okay, CYP. And another one. Let's go.
Yo. This is for Easy Boy. Easy Boy. I know. I screenshotted your message when you called black fighters mayates, and all my Mexican brethren on here, y'all know mayate means niggers. He called him that in the chat when he was talking to Ness. He did. Yeah. He thought he was slick. That's that racial shit I be talking about on this chat. We ain't niggas, homeboy, and you ain't got to say it in Spanish. If you want to call us niggas, do it like a man. Do it like a man.
CYP, that shit ain't on our chat though, right?
No. It was on the chat, and I'll screenshot it to you. This dude needs to be blocked, banned for a month or something. Like, that ain't cool. At least say it with your chest. If you're going to be racist, do it with your chest, homeboy. We know that a lot of outside stuff that you be kicking, that's cool. But don't go out of your way to come at us with that word, dog. We know what that means. I told you I'm part Mexican, dog. I know Spanish. You tried it. The black man's educated. He know 2 languages. Tried it. Ban that dude, man. I'm out.
It's funny because he taught me that shit. CYP DM'd me that shit. I had to Google it. I had no clue.
You know my culture. I know that shit.
Exactly, but you're Central American. I'm Caribbean.
Oh, true.
I'm Caribbean. We all on a whole different part, so we got a whole different
lingo.
It's a whole different lingo. So for you, that's why I always get you to translate for Mexicans, because y'all, like for instance, y'all say ahorita is now.
It's now,
and
but it
for
really
us,
means later.
And for us Caribbeans, ahorita means later. So it's mad little different. Is the word idioms or something like that?
Yep.
Idiosyncrasies.
Yeah, man. So all right. Avery, Texas. Did we do Avery? Avery.
No, y'all haven't done me yet. Okay, pause.
What's up with that, Avery?
Let's go, Chip.
Yo.
All right, man. Sorry. I mean, this is a Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell show, but I feel like I called into the player haters ball, and the topic is Canelo. So, should I talk about Canelo? Should I talk about the fight? I guess I'll just talk about the fight. I think Ryan Garcia looked good. He walked through the fire and survived an early knockdown. I mean, honestly, if Tank or Devin Haney or anyone got hit by that shot, like walking backwards, like full extension from Luke Campbell, like a perfect shot, like bang on the chin, they would have gone down too. I'm sorry. I mean, he got up from it. He didn't look like, he was like a newborn foal out there on shaky legs. He did what he had to do. I was actually kind of impressed by him. But he's not ready for Tank Davis yet, and he's not ready for Teofimo yet. I agree. He needs to take on a Linares or someone like that. But I will say, him versus
Avery. Cut it. But you know you can always super chat to get some more. Bruce, Chicago.
Yeah, what's going on, man? I have people talking about he need a Linares or somebody else. He's a mandatory. He a man.
Yeah,
he
but
became a man. Why he
see
a man, so he a man. Why he can't fight Haney?
Because
he a man,
they see,
right? Everybody's saying he a man.
No, because they see he's not ready. If they see you not ready, they saying you need another fight before you get in there with that guy. That's what they saying. He's not ready.
Yeah, they need to say that. And like and anybody who a fan of boxing, they seen that man walk up to Haney like, man, yeah, we been knowing each other for a long time, though. You can see his expression change. Y'all need to call a spade a spade. Motherfuckers don't want to fight Devin. And that's crazy to me. And as far as Charlo and Andre, Charlo ain't ducking no smoke. Charlo just fought Gervonta. Gervonta is a beast. Now, Andre got to fight somebody, which is true. It's another dude from the UK been chasing him down, and I don't know why he ain't fought him. That's on Andre. Right, that's on Andre. He need to do something. But Charlo handling this business, and he's trying to fight the best motherfuckers he can. You see what I'm saying? But Canelo get to choose. He did what he had to do with boxing to me already. He get to choose. That's just that. And as far as what did CYP just say?
Cut it. Oh damn. Cut it. You're gonna have to super chat for that, but I would have loved to hear what you had to say about CYP. He always bring people out, man. That's why he won Caller of the Year. If you didn't know, now you know. Even though there's a hashtag that's been started by a disgruntled nominee, I think the hashtag is a hashtag friends and family of CYP, something like that. I could be wrong. Maybe Francis could help out. 708, we got Steve in Chicago. No Skype today. Okay.
What the hell, Mr. CYP is Thanos today?
Hey, Daddy, this a dollar beat.
I drink soda, I eat pizza, I hang out with chicks all day. These fighters still can't beat me. They fighting every day, they in the gym every day. Just give me 6 weeks, and I got it.
BoxingWiz.com.
Yo, what's up, guys? Yeah, Skype was acting funny today, so I came at you this route. I'm getting confused with the show's about. I love CYP, I love his energy, but man, he's taking this show all kind of ways. But I digress. As far as the fight, because I didn't get a chance to call in last night, it was like I was telling you guys. I mean, I don't know why we're bigging up Campbell. The only thing I'm confused about is fans get disappointed when fights don't get made, and they're saying this fighter don't want to fight this fighter. Ness, Ryan is saying, I want Tank. Ryan is now Haney's man. Like, why are we saying, these guys are making me sick saying he should fight Linares, he should fight Comey, he should fight like these. No, he's got himself in the mandatory position. He's calling out Tank. Let's see the damn fights. Who are we? He's saying that. That's coming from the fighter's mouth. And now we, the fans, are telling him, oh, you ain't ready? I mean, come on, man. Nobody knows him better than him. You ain't walking in his shoes. You ain't in his shoes.
I totally disagree, man. I totally disagree. I mean, first of all, that's the point of the show. It's a debate show. It's an opinion-based show. Everyone has a different opinion. And yes, Ryan's opinion is he's ready. Ryan's opinion is I am ready to take on Tank. And there are callers' opinion who says he's not ready. He's not ready. So, no, I think that's not unfair. But, yo, it's time to bring out the horn. Shout out to Brandon in Cincinnati. Just became a member. CYP Counter Punch.
We did have another member earlier in the game that joined.
Who was that?
Alex Lemon, my Iron Throne.
CYP Counter Punch, go.
Yo.
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
This for Brandon. Brandon, you said 2020 was a year of excuses for Wilder, but then 2021 started and you making up excuses for you losing Caller of the Year. You do realize you lost. You were in a tie with a dude who only is known for saying one thing. You hear me? That dude tied you. That's sad. Quit making excuses, my man. Quit making excuses. And for anybody who don't like my topics, remember this. CYP is the most popular caller on this show outside of this show. Remember that shit, and that's facts. People know me from that name, homie. So I don't care if you don't like my topics. You can eat a dick, but then we'll be friends tomorrow. CYP out.
Yo, I hate when he's right. Yo, Brandon, you was tied with King Born, and King Born, he ain't everyone's flavor. I don't know how fucking Stonebone, and he's gone. I ain't seen Stonebone since, man. He only has 16%, man. I'm like, yo, what's really going on, man? But yeah, CYP, listen, you won, bro. I'ma always remind them too that you 2020. I don't know. The graphic designer heard you won. He quit. He said, hey, I ain't doing no CYP emoji. I don't know. Hopefully Doomy could bring him on back, man. But yo, who's next? Bruce with the super chat. What up, Chicago?
Was it boxing expert?
What up,
today?
man? I'm looking on my goddamn phone because I'm using my phone and shit. I'm trying to become a member, and I don't see how or whatever. But I'll figure it out when I get to my computer. But
is it any
what I was
way
gonna say to
did
CY
you click on the link by any chance? That we have on the description?
Yeah, there's a link in the description. I'll actually screen share. So all you got to do is go right down here, and where it says join this channel to get access to the perks, you click that YouTube link right there.
I see it.
But go
I
ahead,
see it.
champ.
Okay,
don't
cool.
sweat it. Take the call away.
No. We good. I still want my call. I'm gonna still,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, go ahead, brother.
That's what I'm saying. Start your call.
You start my clock over. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm starting it over.
See, got you. Pause that. No, see, what I was gonna touch on with CYP with dude talking about that old the little nigga situation. You can't take things personal. It is what it is. If you walk in the bar, goddamn, if a Mexican walk in the bar and Johnson fighting Jose, he gonna ride with Jose, period. And that's just how it is. That's what everybody. Most people gravitate towards their culture. Like my first live fight when I was a little young, I was with my dad. We was in LA, and it was Mares versus Moreno, and they both like of Latin descent, but they was calling Marengo like Chungo or some shit like that. And my dad started talking to the lady in front of us in their language or whatever, and then she started apologizing and shit like that. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? You can't take that personal. It is what it is. But if he ain't ready for Haney, he ain't ready for Tank. And he just using Tank name to get clout because they know they ain't finna make that pay-per-view anyway. That man with the zone. He using Tank name to get clout. Fight somebody that's on your network and let it be what it's gonna be. You the mandatory. You a man. You fight like a man. Haney gonna tap that ass. They don't want Haney to get in that power position because he's trying to fight everybody. The rest of them not trying to fight everybody. They trying to get some money. Haney trying to fight everybody.
Cut it.
Yo, I could dig it, right, Chris? I could dig it. You know, he's not like calling somebody out on his side of the fence or whatnot, but like I don't know if he's chasing for clout because like in popularity contests, Ryan wins. So I don't know.
Hold on. Everything stops, man. Everything stops, man.
He hit the big red shiny button.
Where the ace at?
Yeah, man.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
Red belt, black belt, WO and green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
V was good.
Pound for pound. What's going on, champ?
Yo, what's good, man? Happy Sunday, man. Feliz Domingo, you know what I'm talking about?
Let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? I done got 2 days off in a row. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had that in like 30 days. That hashtag no days off, that was real. I go right back in tomorrow. We'll see when I get another off day. But since I got yesterday off, man, I got to sit there and watch that Garcia, King Ryan versus Campbell. And
Fire versus
he did a good job, man. Yeah, man. Yesterday was calling it. I mean, he did a good job, man. Stonebone commented that, you know what I'm saying, that he kept his chin a little high, and I agreed with him. And, you know what I'm saying, he paid for it early. So hopefully he learned from that, you know what I'm saying, and on the bigger things. Like I mean, he's supposed to call out Tank. That's the big fish right there. I'm sorry. Like, he ain't even in that division, but he's still such a big name for them that they calling him out instead. So, you know, hopefully they'll get smart over there in the zone. And if they feel like Devin Haney is at the bottom, then go and get him out the way. Because I disagree. But I think that'd be a great fight. Like I said, I'm trying to see these young lions go to battle. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Find out who the real Simba is, so to speak. But, man, I ain't got no complaints on that DAZN card, man. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. So, I don't really have nothing bad to say, man. What's the topic, though? Is that what the topic was?
Morning afterthoughts on Ryan getting that KO.
Yeah, man. That's pretty much what it is for me, man. I wasn't shocked that Luke Campbell got knocked out. I just thought it'd be a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? And I figured it'd be, you know what I'm saying, that left to the head, not to the body. So, you know what I'm saying, that's what I think that's something he picked up from that Reynoso jump, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, So shouts out to them too, you know what I'm saying? Because we seen him with Canelo, but to see him cultivate, you know what I'm saying, a new younger star that came from another camp, like.
We got some super chats in this that I really wanted to get to. We got one from Boxing Expert who says, you got the PBC guy calling Canelo Mr. Horchata Boy, and y'all laugh it off. Keep the same energy because I've been timed out for nothing while CYP runs crazy. This is sort of true. I kind of agree with it. Boxing
Absolutely true. Moderators don't block CYP for nothing. He said he could say anything.
Yeah, see that shit, eat a weenie, and y'all laugh at it off. That's true. When he finished his call, he said, if y'all don't like it, eat a dick. Stop referring people to your private parts, please. You know, we some grown-ass men out here. I personally wouldn't take that shit. So let's not do that. Let's show ourselves some respect. As far as Horchata Boy and all that other stuff, I mean, those could easily be taken as a racial sort of a comment. You know, you ain't gonna call me no Horchata Boy and think that's cool or whatnot. So let's just keep it clean, guys. Y'all falling into the wrong spaces, man. This is about boxing, and believe it or not, the only fucking color that really matters is green. So, real quick from Alex Lemon, he says, yes, sir, Mr. Top Rank is back. Ness, get my Machiavelli intro ready for the next Crawford show. Let's go, champ. Alex Lemon, also a Border Wars participant who took on Info Cho, the OG.
We getting the rematch?
Hell of a fight too, man. If you got to see it, Francis, man.
We getting the rematch. That's why I want the rematch.
He put on his promoter hat.
That's a great fight. I want that rematch, man.
Yo, I mean, Joe wants to fight, but I'm a firm believer.
He wanted Alex though. I asked him in Dallas. He said he'll take that rematch.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm a firm believer. The same way I gave free advice to Keem, free advice for Joe, I would seek a new fight. There's another fight out there. You know you got to be safe at that age, and you be safe. But why be Marvin with back-to-back rematches and shit? And Jose, like, why? Yours wasn't controversial, so why put that question mark on your resume? I'm just saying.
Alex, never floors. Just run it back. No, I'm just sure. Go ahead, then.
Ignorant Boxing says, how many pay-per-views does Jamel versus Andre sell? I mean, definitely more than Jamel versus Derevchenko sold. I would say they get like 170, 190, 225 maybe. That sounds decent because Earl and Earl and Porter did like 275, right? Which I think. Andre Charlo. Nobody want to answer, huh? They don't want to get. That's how Earl stopped being my friend. Because I said, I gave a pay-per-view prediction. He was like, I said, we never friends again. Like, damn, champ. The fuck? I'm sorry. Adrian, Wisconsin, what up?
Adrian, what up?
So that fight though, that Ryan knockdown, it was a good fight, man. I'm looking forward to seeing Ryan fight Tanker or somebody else in the division. I don't know if he's ready for that quite just yet, but it was a good fight. It was entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's all I really got today, man. I'm pretty busy, fellas. I'm just listening on the show. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep doing your thing.
You're the man,
Absolutely,
champ. CYP
champion.
Counter.
Is that CYP?
Yeah. What I want to do is I seriously want to do this. Take me seriously. Put it on Patreon. Vote CYP off the show. If more people want me gone, I don't care if it's one more person that wants me gone, that wants me to stay, I will leave and I will never come back. I literally will never come back. See, if I leave on my own, I can come back when I want to. But if I'm voted out by the people on the show, pay money, not the people in the chat, people who pay money. If y'all don't want CYP here, CYP will take his act somewhere else. Y'all know y'all entertain. Y'all know y'all love it. But if I'm wrong, I will leave. You have permission to put that up on a poll, and I'll accept the results. How about that?
Yo, it's just boxing, people. Dom Boomerang.
Yo, was good. I could have swore Oscar De La Hoya had a blueprint. I think blueprint was mainly to watch out for slick fighters, and I don't think they should take that mandatory. I think they should take an easier route. Definitely test that chin against some other people, but I could have swore Horchata is nowhere near the word N-word. But people try to reach when they talk shit. That's my call.
Boston.
Yeah, that's tit for tat. Y'all got to stay away from.
Boston Jarrett, Super Chat. How much does Harrison Charlo 3 plus Andre Charlo on the same card do? Just remember that when we talk of Canelo, we never talk about how strong his undercard got to be. So this is exactly why you got to build your own lane, gentlemen. But I would hope that it does great, man. Just like I hope that the fucking last one did great when it had the unification on the undercard with his brother fighting Jason, the Dominican Rosario. We got another super chat from Boxing Expert that says, wait, you guys want to give your prediction on that? I'm sorry. Boston Jarrett said, what do you think the pay-per-views are if Charlo Harrison 3, which is Jamel, they go back to that, and he's got all the belts defending him voluntarily against Harrison. And then Andre unification with Big Charlo undercard. How many pay-per-views? Where's Francis at? He all quiet. Francis don't want no smoke from y'all. You see, he only come for me, right? He only yell, talk over me. But he don't never got nothing going on with nobody. Soon as Myers come from, he get nice and quiet, pick other fights. Look, yo, there's also Stainless. There's also a stigma that he cherry picking you because you 43. There's a stigma that he's cherry picking you because you're 43. Just saying.
Hey, Alex, who is that? Oh, okay. Sorry. So I can't even pick a number, man, because I don't think the fights will happen. But if you want me to pick a number, I'm gonna say about 150, 200K. I'm gonna leave it there.
Oh,
that's a little bit. Damn. He low. With Harrison or with what's his damn? I just called a blank, guys. Save me. What was the other guy you just mentioned?
Andre and Jamal.
Yeah, Andre. Yeah. I think he does hell of a good numbers with Andre because that's something that's been just wanted by the public ever since Andrade did his thing at those press conferences and whatnot. So I would say that Andrade would do more numbers than Harrison because of that, and we haven't seen that, So I say they do upwards of 250.
Upwards of 250. Okay, good. I just give a number. All right, cool. Who next?
Greatness Harlem.
Greatness coming for that work on Monday.
Oh yeah. You are definitely cutting out, Champy.
Yo, hopefully you living better than you sounding. Call you caller of the year for distortion on audio.
Call you throw the damn towel.
Yo, we gonna have to put a vote for the worst phone of the year, man. Antonio Albany.
Yo, man, what's good, man? Yo, top of the world, man. Yo, shout out to all the smokers, man, real quick. But 2021, man, if the color's still calling in, being insecure about fucking other men in boxing, doing bank, and being great, it's sad, man. I like the cooler, man, but CYP, man, he got, I don't know, man. Sad about him, man. But Ryan Garcia, man, he all right, man. He all right. But Canelo is fucking great. I'm out.
Counterpunch, Bruce, Chicago.
What up, Bruce?
Y'all can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Am I muted?
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good now.
Oh, okay. Nah, man, tell CYP, relax, man. Every show needs an antagonist. She ain't going nowhere. Just keep talking shit. Just keep it clean. But yeah, I'm just trying to support the show today. That's all. Just supporting the show. You know what I mean? And I think that some narratives got to change. You know what I mean? If Ryan don't fight Devin, we got to call him duck. That's all I'm saying. The narrative got to change.
But is he a duck? Is he a duck? Let me ask you: is he a duck to you if he fights Tank, or is he a duck to you if he fights Teofimo? Like if he decides not to take his mandatory and take another chance.
If he get those shots, then he cool. But if he go fight somebody else, come on, man. Y'all got to call it what it is. If he don't get a TO fight, or if he don't get a Tank fight, what is it? He ain't going to fight for the belt.
So let me ask you this. If he takes Linares, and doesn't do his mandatory, is that a duck to you?
Oh man, that's a duck.
Man, you
He's
tripping.
going to get an old Linares that got stopped by a 126 pounder. What you talking about?
For no belt. For no belt. He's still looking for development. He's telling you he ain't ready. What's wrong with that?
That's what got to be said, dude.
Because listen. Anyway, I gave you hella time. But listen, guys. You fight, right? You fight, and then you win, and then, you go and you give your post-fight. But now, that's why we do morning afterthoughts, because the next day we wake up with different thoughts on our minds. His trainer going to watch the fight back. He going to watch the fight back. His father, his brother who's a fighter, his mother who's the administrator, the family's going to watch. And they might sit down as a team and say, Ryan, let's take Linares. Let's take Fortuna. Let's do this to get one more in. Look at how you was doing. You look like you was on a fucking mountain skiing. The way he had his arms so stiff. Maybe they want that work on. What's wrong with working? What's wrong with stopping your franchise, your meal ticket, your fucking Willy Wonka? Do y'all even know that he already got over 2 million views in 10 hours? It's only been 15 hours since the fight got out, man. Y'all better stop. Man, if they decide to pump the brakes, let me tell you, if they decide to pump the brakes, you hating. You fucking hating.
You said his social media presence wasn't that big.
No, I ain't talking about his IG. I ain't talking about his IG. See, you so, and that's what I just said a few minutes ago, that Francis only want to fight with me. He's scared of the callers. He only want to fight with me. I ain't talking about his IG. I'm talking about the zone highlights of his fight where the fucking UK dude got over 2 million views in 15 hours. You better get your shit together, man.
No, Alex, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
How fair would it be for me to beat up on children? Them callers ain't on my level.
Sure.
You better slow down with that.
You be ducking, Coach Myers. JC.
That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up.
I know he got to do something, man. He ain't on the radar.
Yo, JC with the super chat says, besides the Nello Latin bias, TBV is the truth. Thank you. But I don't think that it's a Latin bias. Like, my man, ain't nobody doing what he do, even though people want to lie and say Crawford doing what Canelo do. That shit ain't comparable. If it was fucking Crawford doing it, I'd be praising it too. But it's Canelo doing it.
I got to interrupt real quick. You already know what it is that time of the day, man. Public service announcement. Yeah, you already know what it is, whether you're a yacht or a bar, big up yourself, you know what I'm saying? Wherever you are around the world, you're watching TBV, we appreciate you, man. We got over 400 people in here watching, listening around the world. We've been on the show for over 3 hours, you know what I'm saying? We brought Mauricio Sulaiman, El Presidente of the WBC. We've been fire all morning. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button, man. It's at 270. We needed a round number 350. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Get that numbers up, man. Get the numbers up. Pow! TBV in the morning with you. Nestor is here. Alex is here. Francis is here. What's 10? Come on, man. Fuck you, man. Come on, let's go.
You can have Bill Gates money and you can buy this talent.
Troy King is here too with the super chat. Says, when is Haney gonna fight a puncher with skill? Well, Haney's been trying to fight Tio. He's a puncher with skill. Haney wanted to fight Loma. He's got skill, and I guess he's a puncher because he made people quit. Haney's been trying to fight. He just can't get the fight. We got David Maldonado in New York City with the funky Calypso intro.
What he done to the boxing world to be number one in the junior weight division.
Carlo knows shit. Peter Fowler knows shit. The master knows shit. I know it. I know everything with God.
Yo, boxing voice people, what's going on, fellas?
What up?
What's up?
Vamos, campeón.
Yo, Ryan Garcia got a lot of dog in him, but he got no head movement at all. If he fight Gervonta Davis or Teofimo, either one of those guys will spark him inside 4 rounds brutally, highlight real fashion with no head movement. Lomachenko will box circles around him. Shakur Stevens will beat him. His best shot is Devin Haney because Devin Haney hasn't done nothing either yet. As for Ryan Garcia, I think he should fight Linares next.
But that's going to be a tough fight because Linares will put hands on him. But Ryan would stop him because that guy can't take a punch. I don't think he beats Javier Fortuna either. I think Javier Fortuna stops him. He has a lot of work to do, man. He needs to pump his brakes, fight somebody lighter. He's not ready for Tank Davis. If Oscar puts him to Tank Davis, he's going to get destroyed. 3 rounds, 4 rounds the most.
Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it. Hawk, Maryland.
Everybody focus on that fight.
Y'all got me clear?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, yeah. I hear everybody talking about this Ryan Garcia. Man, what I saw last night, he's good. He's good to go. He got a little balance issues, little issues, but he's straight. And Tank is definitely not going to hit him with the punch that boy hit him with because Tank ain't tall enough. But Tank is my man. I'm going with Tank, but I say that fight not going to happen just because Floyd is his promoter. And Floyd stayed away from Amir Khan because of that reach and that type of style. Floyd ain't going to let Gervonta fight that boy right now, so everybody might as well get off of that. That's not going to happen.
All right.
I know.
Hawk in Maryland. Interesting. People act like Floyd never ducked nobody, but there you go. Someone who thinks Floyd ducked Amir Khan. Louisville Slugger says, Canelo said in Ryan's locker room last night that Ryan... Did you read this? I feel like you read this.
No. You're fresh on this one.
That Ryan needs a few more fights before fighting Tank. I think he will listen to Canelo. Looks up to him. Absolutely, LV Slugger. It would be the perfect advice based off Luke Campbell dropping your ass. Come on.
He needs to practice that right hand.
Let's
off the phone.
Let's tighten your defense up before you get in these big pay-per-view fights. But remember that the appeal of Amir Khan is the vulnerability. So who knows? I think that's it. Unless J-Mac, I see you back. Or are you still just listening? Because we played intros and all that greatness. You want some? You want some of this? No.
You want some of this trabajo?
GTO. What up, champ? Buenos dias, man. ¿Cómo está? ¿Todo bien?
Yeah, Happy New Year's. Definitely with what's his name? Ryan. Dude, I love his energy. I love his grit, but it needs to be more boxing taught. Like, I think he got hit with his hit to that chin flush because he just leaves his chin out. And guys that know how to fight and tuck their chin and set up that chin, they go catch him a lot. So he definitely should take more fights before he get in with a Gervonta. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of Gervonta. I think Gervonta just beat him just because where his levels is. But if Ryan with his reach and how hard he hits and able to keep dudes at the end of that jab and that speed and his timing and switch it up, also learning how to tuck his chin, bend his knees a little more fluently so he can change his setup game. Gervonta Davis, I mean, we can argue he struggled with Leo and what have you. And Ryan more seasoned probably give Gervonta all he can ask for. But the Gervonta...
Cut it. Yo, J-Mac, I guess you still got Supermax's boomerang too, but your other one, Jordan, gave it to Troy. Avery with the super chat in Texas says, just to clarify, that pause was a joke. Y'all know TBV is about fun and boxing, not hate. We love everyone who loves boxing, period. That's right. 100%. Yo, we got Stainless with the boomerang. Mastermind.
Whoa, before you go to the champ chisel, we got another member, Potato Chip 777.
No.
Welcome to the contender.
Is that Frito-Lay's Doritos or Lay's
What kind of chips you holding over there?
What chips you got?
What kind of chips?
You got chips. Stainless, what up?
Yo, like I said, it's a great night of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm the only one calling for it, but I like to see more competition between those younger guys, man. That hold on to your old man, that era needs to end. And I get the paydays and everything, but like you was talking, fight a Fortuna. fight a Linares, fight some of them older guys, and show your mettle. You know what I'm saying, and get your worth amongst the hardcores. It's great to have the casual fan at your side, because you're gonna need those too. But it's the hardcores that get that conversation started. When boxing events come around, those casuals ask the hardcores who they think gonna win and who the other guy is who they may have never heard of, man. Ryan Garcia might be well known, but when they start asking us hardcores what we think of him as a boxer, you want to make sure we got an answer. Right now, is he good, but he's still kind of chinny. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what Devin Haney got. Let's see more from Shakur, but let's see them guys fight each other too. So I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, that's because you're stupid. Shout out to El Camino. Peace.
Stainless.
Woo! Let's go, champ. You feel me?
Boxing Patron real quick has a super.
Pound for pound status is Stainless, and I just want to emphasize, if you don't know what that is, you got to check out Patreon, but that is the highest level supporter on Patreon that we have. Just want to shout him out, and shout out once again Intrigue, who's been working in Mexico, but also our newest pound for pound, man. Just want to thank you. Obviously, you guys are supporting us at a high level, and we appreciate that dearly, right? So also want to say we're gonna have a interview tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. with a up and coming prospect. If you are a member of TBV's YouTube memberships or Patreon, we will be having a ask a question post for. And listen, Big Little Small, we interview them all. I really can't pronounce this guy's name. I think he's from like Lithuania, but I'm gonna get it to you and have Jeffrey, or I'm gonna send Doomy the box rack. Yeah, I'll give Doomy the box rack. Guys, head on over to Patreon or memberships. Drop him a question. Support him. We like to support all fighters on their journey. We're going out to another boomerang here.
We had one from Boxing Patron right before you get to it. He said they calling Latin bias on Ness, keeping it 100% sad.
We got Amin in Essex. What up?
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Hear ye.
Oh hell, what's good, fellas? What's good?
What up?
Yo, the Ryan Garcia thing, man. Shout out to that's why Coach J Mac is who he is. I'm gonna tell you something so deep. When Coach was giving me advice, you know what I'm saying, and he told me one of the things. He said, "Man, I seen your little footage on Instagram, man. One thing I noticed is you kind of tall and you leaning over. You kind of standing with your chin out. Ryan need the same advice as me, and I'm a novice. Like, that's crazy to me. That's why it's not blind eyes watching or anybody just criticizing them. That simple point of boxing technique that I know I needed, I watched him needing that. So he's got to retool before he calling out the guys that he's calling out, just by virtue of technique development and experience. You ain't gotta like Tank discipline, but Tank is at a level to where we get upset at him because he's undisciplined. We get upset that we see the potential. We're not looking at somebody.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jump duffel bag with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Phone jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Yo, Ness, I'm at the gym. Can you hear me?
Yep.
We hear you.
Yeah, I just want to say, man, keep up the good work. You guys went hard today. I appreciate y'all. That's why I became a member. Plus, I've seen the Patreon numbers been dropping ever since the polls closed. So, I'm on my Deontay Wilder conspiracy shit. Shout out to CYP family. Shout out to Doomy Girl Barbie and them girls at the salon that voted for his ass to get that award last minute.
Hey, yo, stop
y'all got
with the conspiracies.
Y'all got ride or dies, man. So, hey, I can't do nothing but respect it. Peace out.
Yo, boxing expert. What's up?
Chip.
Solamente les quiero decir que según este vato era millonario, ¿verdad? Y ahora se quería pelear con todo el mundo y ahora habla español. Que no mame, dígale que no mame. Y si habla español ya sabe con quién hablo. Es mi llamada.
Hey, yo, that fighter's name is Haytham Lamaz, and he is from Sulaiman, Maltese. He's a Maltese fighter.
Wait, so I'm trying to break down his call. He said
it wasn't meant for you.
He says allegedly this dude says he's rich and that he'll fight anybody. And then that's where he lost me.
It's all good. While you think about that, I'll run it back real quick on the back end and give you a full translation.
You're gonna replay it? All right, so then that means we got... Oh, look who's there. What up, champ?
BoxingVoice.com. When I was locked up in county jail, I thought the Southside was gonna fight. I knocked out the Southside. Let's get dropped. BoxingVoice.com.
What you got to say about that, Deontay? What you got to say about that, Sulaiman?
Hold on a second. Morning, TBB. How are y'all?
All good.
What up?
Bless.
Nothing. Just got out of church is what I'm doing on my way home. Don't go get my wallet because I forgot it and go get my family some food. But hey, I'm here to get my crow. I picked Campbell last night. So go on, give me that.
That's tonight.
That's tonight, champ. That's part of the ritual for the evening show. This is the morning afterthoughts, man. Anything after you watch the fight, how you woke up, if it, has anything changed?
I mean, yeah, my perspective on Garcia did change. The way he got knocked down, the way he got back up was quite impressive. I believed he was all hype going into the fight. When he got dropped, I was very ecstatic because I did pick Campbell, and I thought Campbell was gonna, and he did expose his chin being high up in the air. That is something I did say, but I had Campbell stopping Garcia in the 8th or 9th, but it was the other way around, and the body shot was nasty. I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody who was watching it live, when they seen it happen, knew that Campbell was going to get hurt. And once he hit 2 knees, it was almost like the dude was he tried getting up, man, but from what I hear, a liver shot will do that to you. So cut it.
I mean, Boomerang. I mean, Boomerang. All right. Is this Gabe in Salt Lake? Hold on 1 second. James Payne Lethal, what up?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Bueno días, TVV. I'm working on mi español. Necesito más practicar. Yo, man, shouts out to Ryan Garcia, the whole. He said, very good. I necesito más practicar, man. Hopefully y'all can help me with that. Hey, yo, shouts out to Ryan Garcia. Big props on the win, man. I had serious doubts. I thought you was a paper cutout of the golden boy, but you showed you had some tenacity and heart. Anybody get their ass put on the canvas and can get up with that type of grit, determination, and get a stoppage off a body shot. Come on, people, get that man props for that body shot. That thing was nasty. He cocked it back and was like, yeah. Dude went, I don't want no more. That shit was dope. Yo, Ryan, man, just get back in the gym, champ, tighten up on some of them deficiencies, man. You leaving your chin out there too long, baby. Tighten up, and we hope that you can get a big money fight, because 200,000, 250,000, that's small money to people like Tank, man. Get it up. TBV, let's go. I'm out.
All right. Looks like.
I said that. Where the ace at?
What they say?
The champ is here. The champ is here.
I said this bitch gon' fire hotter than a throwaway. I need my money now, no extra days. Your time's up, goons ready. Ain't no other way. It ain't no other way. That's all I got. I say what I mean, do what I say. I pray my chopper bullets don't spray. If you cross, you better look both ways.
Intrigue, Atlanta. What up? Pound for pound status.
What it is, what it is.
What it do?
Hey, you see, I called it out. I've been saying Ryan Garcia was gonna knock Campbell out after 6. That's what he did. I've been saying folks sleeping on Ryan Garcia power, his skills. Everybody, you know, that's thinking because he's on Instagram that he ain't for real. But I'm saying that he beat Tank. You know, for everybody that's saying Ryan Garcia is chinny, I never seen a boxer that's chinny just because he been knocked down one time. I don't remember him being hurt in any other fight. Yeah, if I might be mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can't be labeled chinny from getting knocked down one time. And for everybody that's saying that he need to go work on his skills, I think all the young boxers in that weight division need to work on their skill. Tank, Haney, Teofimo, all of them. I mean, none of them is at their peak, their pinnacle in their skill, so all of them need to work. So that's my call.
Champ. I had one from. Say what now, Francis?
I was saying thank you for your call.
Oh, I thought you was gonna read this next super chat. Damo Jackson says Porter not being the WBC mandatory changes things.
Yes.
And a quick translation to I have.
And if you let me real quick slide this little cheap plug. And if you enjoy the show, you will clip that part or at least get that timestamp to the YouTube video, send it to Porter or his co-hosts on his podcast so that he can talk about it on his podcast, because they were under the assumption he was the mandatory. Him not being a mandatory that can be called until December 2021, the 5th day, probably change his perspective on a lot and helps your favorite podcast, TBV, grow. You know, just help us grow, guys. Share it. Lot of good information on this show with Mauricio Sulaiman. We could send some clips to Charlo, send some clips to Porter, Wilder, Fury. So many informational clips that we put out there that can help that at least episode grow. You had
plenty of info. Shout out to the TBV family, man. We have a brilliant community. Very, very, very knowledgeable in the sport. Now, what's up, Francis, man? Can I giggle with you, champ?
I thought you had something, do me.
In the pre-pro, just we laughing at it.
Yeah. No, Ness, if you still wanted the boxing expert translation, I kind of went back and heard it. He said first this guy says he's a millionaire. The next a moment he wants to fight everybody. Now he speaks Spanish. Tell him to stop fucking around. Stop fucking around.
Yeah, but that depends when boxing expert started listening, because he been said it. That his name is Carlos.
Yeah, now we know that. We been.
His name's been Carlos, gentlemen. Esteban, you haven't replied to none of my messages. Please hit me up. I need to know all the information to those questions I asked you. That's it, everybody. We are done. Unless Intrigue, you are a boomerang available, but I don't know if you want another one. Come right back at him. And that is who's that?
Who that? That's Mac.
The Mac attack. Man? That's right. You got Super Max boomerang. Apologies, sir.
And true, and John gave me. I don't know about Jordan. You say Jordan gave it to Terrell or Terrence.
You're right. So if his white boy John gave you that means that you're no longer a boomerang. Jordan gave yours to Troy. Sorry. Thank you, J-Man.
So I got two more. I got two more calls. All right. Sean Porter, he might know that because he said he may not even fight next year. He said that on his podcast. He may not just fight.
But you said you taking that out of context. He said he won't fight if he can't get Pacquiao, Crawford, or Spence. That's what he said. That's exactly what he said.
No, I'm not saying he didn't say that because of that. I'm saying he may already have that in his plans. As if he doesn't get the Crawford fight or the Spence fight, he may know that he's not what you call him, because getting a Spence fight, because Spence could choose him still and don't have to wait on him to use his mandatory like we know it can be done in the sport. So I'm saying he may already be aware of that. For as Ryan, I have Tank beating Ryan and owning because of the things Ryan need to work on. That chin and how he exposed it, the way he don't bend his knees and stuff makes him an up and down fighter. And he's definitely truly got potential. He got tenacity. He's not chinny. Dudes get labeled chin because you get hit on the chin and you get knocked down. I thought the chin was every time you get touched, your legs get spaghetti like. You show that you ain't got no fight in you afterwards, and it just takes the fight out of you. So people want to label a dude and say he ain't got no chin. That's dudes that ain't never been in the ring. You go get hit every now and then. How you respond to it and how well you take it determines how well your chin is. And I would say he has a chin. I think Campbell also beat it himself last night because he had the power, but he was fighting on the back foot. He never had good hayment to push forward, to put any pressure on Ryan, to make Ryan think harder and figure out how to set up his shots. And last but not least, the only thing I agree with Jared / Intrigue Lloyd is all these fighters got to work on, got something to work on. But I have Shakur. And this changed for me recently. I have Shakur above all of them. Shakur is the guy that's more well-rounded than Haney, Tank, Ryan, and Colbert all together. And I'm putting money on that. Shakur is well-rounded, man.
Cut it. Those were your two last calls, or your two calls, right? White Boys and Supermaxes, and now we have counterpunch.
Did we get to Intrigue? I mean, not Intrigue. Oh man.
CYP.
Hey, boxing expert. Tell me, how scary do you got to be to type in English but speak in Spanish? Listen, man. Listen. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Don't worry about what I got going on. Everybody knows what I say is verified, dog. I'm a public dude. Anybody can find me. I even drop my location to cat. But listen, if you really got issues with me, if you really think I don't want to fight, please sign up for Border Wars. Anybody. What's his name? To the other dude, Easy Boy. Easy Boy saying he's from South Central. I'm from Compton, dude. We can meet for real. All you got to do is just go to my DM and let me know. I promise you, I'll drive up to you. But other than that, have a good day.
Let's go, champ.
Greatness on the line, I think. Yeah, go ahead.
No, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, but as far as CYP saying the boxing expert is scared because he said it in Spanish, no, he said it in Spanish, saying now that you say that you're speaking Spanish, you should know who he's talking to. So meaning, if you really speak Spanish, you would have understood the message. Damn, another one? Y'all tripping right now.
Greatness, man.
Greatness too. His phone messed up.
He on the line trying to get through. It looks like the Matrix agents were going against him.
Greatness, are you there? Do you copy? Over. Greatness.
Yeah, Ness. How we living, man? How we living, Ness?
Oh shit.
Bless.
His phone working today.
Yeah, man, I definitely heard that, man. That definitely had me rolling on that one, man. But shout outs to Ryan Garcia. I like what I saw. I see the potential. Obviously, I think he knows that he needs to make a few improvements, incorporate a couple more things into the ring. So I definitely don't want to come across with as if I got bad intentions for Ryan. I definitely see the potential and what he can do. I'm also going to look at the bright side and say that the fact that he got knocked down and got back up, I'm gonna give him some credit for that, man. So if he wants to go up against a Gervonta, he got to incorporate some things to succeed for sure.
Cut it. New caller, Cincinnati. Who's this?
Yo, what's happening? This is Elohim Jeans, man.
Hey.
This new number, family.
What up, champ?
What's happening, dog? Yo, Happy New Year to you and the listening audience, man. You know what I mean? It was a tough year last year, but boxing is, the absolute visual of life. You know what I mean? It was the only thing that really survived at first through the whole COVID pandemic. and we still got boxing and relevant now with Mr. Garcia starting off the year right with that fire. But dig this, man, that shot he caught Campbell with was a reaction to a shot that Campbell had hit him with. Campbell hit him to the body coming out of that exchange, and Ryan didn't like it. So the dog in him came back and fired off another hook to the body to Campbell, and Campbell couldn't take, what Garcia was giving. So I like that he has a dog reaction to his fighting mode and fighting style, but his skill level, he needs to step it on up, man. Them Reynoso.
Cut it. Elohim James, that is the last caller. Nest GTO.
No man left behind. Hit the alarm for Candy Slim 501, who is a member. And I think that's it.
All right. Well, catch us at 7 p.m. Eastern. This was a long one. Appreciate everybody that woke up. Everybody had afterthoughts. This was a great show. It'll be up on MP3, ad-free for all our Patreons, and it'll be out for the world to consume just after that, full of ads. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one.
You already know NEX, UP, Sports Talk, YouTube, Twitter, IG. Check me out.
I'm going to say my outro, even though CYP just hit you with a counter punch. So I guess
you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, my pan con queso is stale and my cabezinho is cold, but I still love you.
Yo, jumping in the ring is nothing. It's actually not a big deal.
Really?
Yo, I did. Yo.
Ooh, got him.
Hadouken! You there, CYP?
Hey, y'all ready?
Yeah, we ready.
Yeah, we ready.
Yeah, I did. I did that on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because you're talking about you leaving. I did it on purpose. But listen, though. For anybody who really gets offended by me talking about boxing, I got 2 boxing gyms, dog. We spar all the time. It's not a real big deal to get up in there and throw them hands. It's not like I'm going to stump you out. No, if this is boxing talk, there's nothing wrong. If you guys ever visited L.A., like T. Plums did, he visited me. Seven visited me. If you want to visit me and get up in the ring, I will throw with you. And after I beat you up, I will take you out to eat. No bullshit. But the truth of the matter is, when y'all see me on Instagram, y'all not going to want to fight me. I'm a monster in person. And I'm so serious. Like, keep this boxing. Just come spar with me. Have fun with me. But don't ever take it serious, because I'm all about all that smoke in real life. CYP out. Y'all have a good day.
Let's go, champ.
Right.
Blessings.
CYP, you the man, champ. Yo, when he finally fights, it's going to be one of the biggest fights known to man in Border Wars.
Oh, my God. I could imagine. He's probably going to come in, too, when this thing is back to crowds.
Yeah. Intrigue. Talk to us.
Yeah, man. I just want to make the bud tenders mad, because Butter Beatty's got these boys going crazy. They actually think I'm Jared Lloyd, man. This shit is hilarious. But on the other note, you still got Keith Thurman coming on this year?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, good. So we can really make the bud tenders mad.
Thank you. Honestly, thank you for the reminder. Let me hit her right back right now.
Yeah, but that's all I wanted to say. These bud tenders going crazy, man. Butter Beaties is real, people. Put that mask on. Mask up.
Bro, you everybody.
Anybody else?
No, that's it. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch you on the next one. Peace.
Oh yeah. Before you go, I just want to tell you, man.
It's over.
I don't want to make the callers mad that it's over.
I hit the end finish, man. Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
Let's get back to, man. Yo, listen, man. I don't want to make the callers mad, and that said, I'm only coming for him, but I had the callers coming because I be jumping in. You notice if you see me talking and you can't hear me, that's because I gotta say something, but I'm not trying to ruin the show and interrupt the show. So I gotta use proper mic etiquette. Let the callers that paid for it get their call up, and then I'll respond if it's worthy of responding to. Because my mama always taught me, man, if you ain't got nothing good to say, just shut the hell up. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button and subscribe button on the way out. We appreciate you, and we'll catch you on the next one. You dig?
I dig. I ain't got a shovel, but I can dig it. So remember, this is the Boxing Voice. If you just stumbled upon the channel, we're bringing you the latest and greatest in boxing news. Yesterday was the Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. This is our take on it. This is the people's take on it. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you see the notification bell and it ain't shaking, well, then you ain't baking with us every morning or every time we go live. So hit that notification bell and definitely look at our descriptions. We have plenty. The skip is laughing. Throw him off the boat. Make sure you check out the description. You have the join the channel link there if you're having trouble on your mobile phone. So just go to the description, click on the link, and take a look at those tiers. And don't forget, we have the Dazn link there as well. If you're planning on joining Dazn, taking advantage of all this, all the content that they have to offer. Maybe you're more than just a boxing fan. They have plenty of other sports on their platform. So we get a kickback for that. We appreciate you. And all of you, in any way that you're trying to support us. We're trying to grow this channel and become bigger and better for you and for us. Chee!
Shout out, man. Shout out. Goodbye to everyone. Carlito is talking about the Intrigue thing. Talking about shout out to Intrigue for being Super Chatter of the Year.
He's believed to be like 4 people.
I know, Peace. Oh, hilarious.